Hello and welcome back to the Liminal Branch Library, the archive in the seams. I'm your Archivist and Librarian, Mordio Crow, and tonight we're back to Where Chaos Reigns. Hello Storm, congratulations on first. Hello Rob, and Volo, I think your fart reverb got cut off by the opening, just barely.
Oof.
Yeah, but...
Hey, when a fart gets cut off.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're back to Where Chaos Reigns, where, with our typical cast of characters, starting with, let's start down at the end this time again. So we have Lena playing as Shion all the way over there.
I got some shiny new trauma to play with today. Let's see how that goes.
Hey! And then Hambone playing as Merlin right next to Shion.
I'm Merlin. This is my I forgot what the voice I gave him. It was like
Just
a Harvey
keep talking.
Firestein. This is Merlin's new voice. Isn't it great?
That's the trauma.
No, the trauma from my esophagus because I vomited light.
Mhm. And skipping trauma, we have, or rather not with any new trauma, I should say, we have Chantrelle, played by Amasha.
I step closer every day to trauma, but I'm not there yet.
And that's a good place to be. Good place to be. But unfortunately, we then go back to trauma with Nova playing as Chalice.
I have scenic relevant trauma.
And then, I believe also not yet traumatized, our claimant Vern, played by Katie.
Trauma-free, baby! Woo!
Pretty traumatized.
I mean, I
Only
know
because she
right-
was too young to remember the assassination attempt.
Yeah, it's
If
like,
anybody's going to be trauma-free, it should probably be Vern.
Well,
The baby.
yeah, I mean, Well,
So
not
you're saying
mechanic-
that the retinue exists to take trauma
Yeah,
in their
He's
place.
a
yeah?
trauma shield.
Yeah!
Mm.
You could almost say we're your
It's for the
trauma
kingdom.
team.
I guess it's
trauma.
get down, Mr. President!
Your girlfriend's about to break up with you. No.
Yeah. Of course, Chantrelle doesn't currently have any trauma. But I do think that if the whole retinue ended up with trauma except Vern, though there may not be mechanical trauma, that feels like something that would be traumatizing.
Yeah!
I don't know. Maybe not.
For Vern, absolutely.
Yeah. But, well, let's remember what was happening last time. Well, aside from all of that new trauma, which I guess technically was introduced 2 times ago, and we just dealt with it last time. So last time on Where Chaos Reigns, you all dealt with the fallout of the battle beneath the mall. As mentioned, Merlin, Shion, and Chalice, you have your fresh traumas, both physical and mental. There was plenty of cooldown and conversation, both within the retinue and outside of it, not the least of which was Vern returning to Tuam and finding a slew of international missives demanding her attention. There was also, of course, Chalice talking to Diatretta, Chantrelle talking to Amison, the whole group talking with Rowan about the vampires, but all of that sort of pushed to the side temporarily as we need to figure out what to do about the attention the budding nation that you all represent is getting. And you decided that, well, in order to treat with all of these groups diplomatically, it would be very nice if we didn't have an active blockade going around our territory. And to do that, you've set your sights on Los Petalos here, a holding which was, in the distant past, it was a small elven village, but far before New Stathros took over, it had become essentially an airship resupply point, whether for patrols or travel. A scattering of floating bits of earth cast into the sky by the chaos. Now, currently it's being used by the occupation as a major resupply point on their on the blockade. So either by causing damage there, taking it over, or otherwise it could be a great place to interfere. You're hoping to at least disrupt it so they cannot manage to fully blockade you any longer. Whether that's reduce it so that they're just, patrolling the border with you, whether that's completely eliminate it, who knows? That depends on what you guys aim for and how you go about doing it and if you're successful. But to get there, you do have to cross the blockade yourself, which may prove limiting in some ways. Last time we did not do much planning as to what this actually looks like, but that's what now's for. So I will turn our attention once again to the rules reference. We have this sortie start quick reference where you're basically going to need to decide what your approach is. You got 6 of them. Are you doing a large-scale battle with an assault? Are you trying to sneak over with an infiltration? Something else? And what you're trying to do. Like, are you trying to take Los Patalos for yourself? Are you trying to just destroy the entire resupply station and, like, those chunks of earth there? Somewhere in between, just deal some damage. These are the things we want to try to figure out, and you guys need to start gathering information to learn more about your target and what you might want to do.
Okay.
I think we should seize it.
Yeah, I was gonna say infiltration or seize.
Ooh.
So
I have a boy.
infiltration is a approach, and seize is an objective. So you could infiltrate with intent to seize.
I meant siege.
Oh, siege.
Oh.
Siege. All right.
As the approach. I feel like my pitch for infiltration would be we fill the port with pirates. The pirates take all of the ships that are in the ports and go somewhere else.
What?
Where'd everyone go?
What the hell?
And they won't have any business, and we'll have to declare bankruptcy, and we'd swoop in and grab it.
Yeah, we'd buy it at a low price.
Yeah.
Basically go in and take as much stuff as you can, right?
Yeah.
Like not with
I
intent
just
to
wanna,
hold. But
Correct. I just want to stop their ability to transport stuff any further north than there. But
yeah, I think
that would be my go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, you're fine.
I was gonna say if your plan is to go in and take everything and flee, I think that would prove at least a good short-term deterrent, right? Because if you take everything and flee, there's nothing stopping them from resupplying, refortifying it, and coming back. But certainly you'll buy yourselves some time, right? And the thing being that this would be the furthest point south that you guys would have, and it's very close to their headquarters. So
It is.
taking it and holding it might also prove very difficult for you. So
Yeah.
that approach could be a wise one with that context. But I would also point out that whether
with the
you're going with
objective of it would be... Go ahead.
Because whether you're going with the pirates or anyone else, you will be crossing the blockade, which means that if you're trying to move in large numbers, chances of you doing so sneakily are very slim. Not saying it's impossible, but if you're trying to infiltrate across the blockade in large numbers, there will likely be high penalties to your engagement roll. So, you can attempt what you want, but...
Excuse me. That is a very good point.
Hmm.
Does anyone else have any ideas?
We can gather information at this, right?
Yep.
All right. I would like to gather information.
About what? What is your question?
Just what's sort of the structure of that particular outpost? Who's in charge? What their routine is?
Yeah,
find the best time to siege.
Yeah. So my question is, do we want, for the objective, do we want to seize or do we want to pillage, aka destroy and take stuff? Which I guess is what we're deciding right now, huh?
I mean, If we leave it, if we take everything but leave the base, it's possible it could fall back into someone else's hands, and they'll have a base to roll out a fleet or another blockade or attacking force. If we just like ash the site, we don't have to worry about that, but we can't use it either.
Yeah. Well, if you want to learn a little bit about the structure of it, what's your means of learning this information?
I'm going to send a man on the inside.
Ooh!
One of the Johnnies.
One of the boys. Yeah.
One of the boys.
Listen, Johnny the Frog.
boys.
Johnny the Frog, master disguise.
Yes.
Okay.
Get a picture of him for the guys. They seem a little familiar.
Are they all named Johnny?
Yeah. Well, one's named John, but he's like he has to like kind of step up to be like the John. He's like the number 2. There he is.
It's like Johnny, Joe, just plain old John, Jack, stuff like that.
It's Johnny
I remember
Dumbo,
him.
Johnny Portobello, Johnny Sparkles, Johnny the Frog, and John Scryer.
See,
There you go.
Fantastic.
He's great.
All right.
These boys are my boys too.
All right. Well then,
So,
Merlin, what
So-
skill do we think is appropriate for this then?
I guess. But just rolls do study and then gather information.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Okay. Good luck, Johnny. Hey! Oh my
success.
god!
Woo!
Johnny did well.
He always does.
Let's go, Johnny!
Yeah. All right. So, your questions. I know you said who was in charge in the overall layout, right? So, well, you get to ask follow-up questions. So I'll start there, and you can ask more as needed. Essentially, as sort of described during the intro, Los Patalos, it is a bunch of smaller bits of earth thrown into the sky. So these bits of earth vary from too small to have any structure attached to them to large enough to have maybe like a small hamlet, like 4 or 5 buildings. The good news for like the reason why it's useful as a resupply point though is that these moats can be loaded up with a lot of stuff, right? And they'll stay up in the air. So there's a few of the larger ones basically just have big warehouses with supplies on them, and then a few docks affixed onto the side. So essentially airships will come on up, they'll dock, they'll get rid of anything they don't need, pick up fresh supplies, head off. There's maybe 2 or 3 major resupply warehouses, and that's it. Otherwise, it's just like a small building here or there. The occasional defensive structure, because of their position up in the sky, all of the defensive structures are designed to take on airships, right? Like that's pretty much the only threat that would be coming their way. And then yeah, sorry.
So is it like, would the structure be like, the defenses be stronger around and on top than, say, the bottom?
Great question. So actually they do have defenses on the bottom because turns out when you're in the
Obvious.
sky, a lot of threats come from the bottom, you know? So that is, they do have them, depends on the turret and on the exact one, but some of them will have just the top gun, some will have an undergun, and some will have both, depending on the moat and the structure. Now, there's not a lot of these, because usually, they have a few, but usually they have plenty of airships around to protect it. This was true even before the occupation took over, right? Like, it's mostly defended by its airships, which are the main defenses that you'll have to contend with. In particular, there's 2 major ships that you'll need to worry about. One of them is a massive heavy bomber that is capable of holding its own against smaller ships. It's a occupation designed airship, particularly large, and yeah, it's basically a powerhouse that floats ominously amongst the smaller shards. it itself much bigger than many of these shards as a defensive structure. And
Yeah.
the other one
Whenever-
is sorry.
Whenever the camera lingers on it, you just hear an ominous hum.
Exactly. And the other primary defensive airship is one that was plundered from Eminencia Dorada upon the nation being overtaken. A small, fast, and powerful ship that essentially is like a quick lightning strike sort of thing. So they got the heavy and the intimidating, and the small, fast, and powerful.
The Ornstein and the Smo. Yes.
Exactly, the Ornstein and Smo. Exactly. So
Ornstein and Smo.
those are their two main defenses, but of course you may also have to contend with whatever happens to be docking there at the time as well. Because of the fact that it's sustaining a whole blockade, there's usually someone resupplying at any given moment, right? There probably are a few hours where there's not, but that's something I suppose if you're looking for that, your engagement role can land you in.
Okay.
Could I piggyback off of that and ask about communication ability? Can we knock out communications in some way?
Ooh.
Like a tower?
Hey.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Or is that my own role? Okay.
No, I think that's reasonable to piggyback on given the full success there.
Yeah.
Theoretically, yes. There's likely one or two like arcane communications, especially near the warehouses. But the only risk there is if you don't know if there happens to be a spellcaster on one of these airships that could provide that communication in their stead, right? Granted,
I
that
see what you're
communication may be
Okay.
slower or take longer to get to the right people, but unfortunately, in a world like this, you kind of have to assume that once things are publicly known, they tend to spread pretty quickly, right? It's hard to shut that down without a large-scale anti-magic field, which I think is beyond your ken at the moment.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, and I guess one other small detail, since you did ask about who was in charge, there are a small number of mostly elven villagers who are not formally a part of, New Stathros, who are still on their... I hesitate to even call it a farm, but they have their little farming moats and living off the land, the skyland as it were. So there
Just
are a few of
picturing,
them scattered up there amongst everything going on.
I'm
But
just picturing them just tilling the field, Mario Galaxy style, where they're just
yeah,
constantly perpendicular to the ground, even though it's a tiny little planetoid.
I mean, yeah, not too far off. And then the actual controlling forces, forces are that of House Korotrophos, which is the what do I want to call it? The steward house, I suppose. This House Korotrophos is the one that has the half-elven head of the family currently. The one who we've seen a couple of times and heard mention of. The one who appears to be made of stone. While he himself is unlikely to be there.
Oh my god.
Right,
that guy.
Yeah. He himself is unlikely to be there. He's probably in Nido de Paz, to the south, but one of his lieutenants is likely in charge here.
It's only a little bit stone.
No, I think this is getting on a tangent, but I think we mentioned before the half-elf is actually the last remaining member of his family. So everyone else is... Yeah.
Okay. So we have an outline of what's going on there, who's staffed there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we don't really know who's staffed there. It would just be people to maintain mechanics and maybe a base defense force for the actual outpost.
Yeah, the outpost itself probably doesn't have too many people. Your main there's going to be a handful, sure, but as far as numbers go, not a ton. You're
Okay.
on the scale of
Our main-
dozens, not hundreds, right?
Yeah. Our main worry is just if we go to time where, oh no, the capital kill death ship happens to be moored there at the time.
No, the
should
the
probably
capital
avoid
kill death
going
ship is
there.
a permanent fixture there. That is the defense.
Oh,
Yeah, capital kill death.
Alright.
That's the main one. That is the
And it's
main
called
concern.
exactly that.
Yep.
They live there.
well, it's the kill death too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's funny actually. It is the Atos 2. So you got the number right. Good
Ooh.
guess there.
The unsinkable
It only
ship.
took
the
them
sequel.
2 times. Oh no.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the communications that we wanted to try to disrupt,
hmm
is that something that there is like a place we can sneak into, or
The main warehouse areas would have one, but the issue is that if there's anyone on one of those airships that has magical abilities, all it takes is a spellcaster to throw a green lightning bolt in the air, and then everyone for miles around has seen the signal, right? So
They have a
so you're
credit
saying
for
that it's
Mountain
moot, basically?
I'm saying you
Yeah.
can do it, but there's a good chance that with so many spellcasters around, you probably have to plan on them finding out swiftly, right?
Dew. Mhm.
Whatever you're trying to do,
So
you
you're
want to
saying
try
we
to
have
do.
to kill the spellcasters first.
I mean, that's always just a good
No.
strategy, regardless. But yeah, I mean,
First the healers, then the spellcasters.
yep, yep. This is
Sorry,
this is-
as the Vengeant, I have to
Oh,
suggest
true.
that we kill someone to get experience at the end of the game. the session. So,
All right, did my part. Let's go about this stealthily.
Yep.
Um,
you could suggest to kill all of them and just like not seize it, right? Like you could make that suggestion if that's something you feel Shion
Yeah,
would
but
say. Just like destroy
those-
it.
yeah, but the farmers though.
Shion is indifferent about this place. There's no vampires here, so
But have you not seen the cows graze on grass that's on the underside of a little planetoid?
I'll be right back. One moment.
sorry, Shion has no whimsy in their heart.
Damn.
Not a single
That's
moment
fucked
of
up.
whimsy. Not even 2 points of
one.
trauma could give a point of whimsy to Shion.
All right. What's our airship situation be like? All our airships are not like capital. They're like mostly pirate seizings, correct?
Yeah, you actually do have a decent amount of what I would call mid-tier ships. Like they're not capital ships, but they are like they can hold a dozen, 2 dozen
got our-
people and hold their own.
We got our robot levies.
You have your Magitech
we do have that.
soldiers.
Mm.
You have augmented merchant ships, which can probably hold a bit more people, or Magitech soldiers. So if you're bringing Magitech soldiers on armored merchant ships, you're going to run into that crossing the blockade thing. Which,
Hmm.
again, it might there may be no way around it depending on what your plan is. And that's just you just have to think about the sortie starting at the blockade line instead of starting at the holding,
Yeah, I feel like the ideal time to infiltrate would be during a time where not a lot of ships are coming through, but it wouldn't be odd for one to show up at that hour.
Mm-hmm.
And since we have these merchant ships, maybe we can like kind of bring it in at the blockade line and be like, oh, we gotta go through inspection before we can pass. We bring that ship through, and as it's being inspected, we seize.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I get what you're going for here, right? With your hope being that they don't immediately find the problems and destroy your airship before you have the chance to.
I mean, if we
Get
get to where they have, like, if we get there to where, like, they would inspect any of our cargo or any of our personnel, and they immediately sniff it out, that's fine. As long as we're within, like, a reachable place to seize it, I think that'd be the goal. Or, like, the starting line for us. Well, maybe not the starting line, but where we can begin the operation.
All right, I see the vision here.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
So is this us getting through the blockade, or is this us getting into the location?
kind of both. It's like going through the
okay.
blockade with the intent of letting yourselves going through the blockade near the holding with the intent of getting close enough that by the time they detain you, you're being investigated close enough that it's when you spring into action, you're essentially springing into action
And
in the
starting it.
location you want to be, right?
And then what? We just like we kill one part of the blockade, and that would be it.
I think that's the next question. Are you trying to take over Los Patalos for yourselves, or are you just blowing everything up and piecing out?
I'm trying to think of who we could leave there that would be able to hold their own.
Yeah, that's.
Shion?
Just Shion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
where am I going?
Just,
but-
just
How would you like to
jumping
be a
from
middle
every
manager?
floating rock.
You want me
I
to
mean-
fight people on top of a rock?
Yeah, you'd probably have to jump between the rocks and look really cool. You probably don't want the job. Never mind.
I've got these chains. I know I can swing.
I mean,
from
Johnny the
one
Frog
place
can
to the
also
other.
jump really well, so maybe we should give it to him. He's already there.
Yeah.
Shion just
He has
chills
proven
out,
himself.
like, staring.
Is House Leporitos people I could bring in? I'd hate to put them in the middle of another siege, but
You could use them as soldiers, but they don't have the airship capacity on their own, right? Like, they don't have any
Yeah.
extra airships to give you beyond what you already control.
You want to bring them on
Mm.
because they're rabbit primals and they can leap good.
no. They're the only army I can think of. Oops.
Yeah.
We got pirates. Well, they're like privateers now.
Yeah, the privateers. Really,
Mhm.
you also have an archer levy from taking over the Stardust Desert. So you have Stardust archers.
Do we know
Ooh.
what? Do we
Hmm.
know what keeps the floating stuff up?
Chaos
Is it-
magic of ages past threw it into the sky.
Magical fairy.
Theoretically,
So are you saying it's a?
So what were you gonna say?
Are you saying it's an environmental thing that exists in the air right now, or
Yep.
is there some kind of? Okay, so the whole area is just like it floats now.
Yep.
Can we float up bombs?
Ooh.
Instead of going ourselves, we use the things and we just whoop, it's
I-
going up now.
I don't think it. I think it's only for the actual parcels of land. I don't think it affects just whatever's there.
The actual parcels are what's there, but theoretically, there's nothing stopping you from sending up explosives from the ground. You just have to sneak across the blockade on the ground and then send them up. I will
Actually,
point
that's
out, only because Chalice's line of questioning made me
That's
think of
fine.
it, the inciting incident of this entire war was when a floating city fell due to an unaccounted for death within that city. And that caused the magic sustaining it in the air to fail, and it fell and crashed. There was a lot of casualties. It was awful all around. But Chalice, if you're thinking of, could we send something up? I think it would be a very logical thought to also have or could we bring it down? But
Oh.
intentionally
So we
calling a
have to
chaos
kill someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say intentionally causing a chaos rupture would not be good for your reputation, but
Yeah.
could provide a clean victory strategically. So, you know,
Is there a way to like get the civilians out of the way, the farmers out of the way before we do
I
that?
don't think
That-
they're leaving.
that way is you coming in there and telling them you have to leave now or everything, or you're gonna get caught in the
What if we
explosion.
just push their parcel of float land away so they don't get hurt while we bring everyone else down?
Mm-hmm.
We just put a big fan, we point it out into the sky, and it pushes it away.
I mean,
It's a little terrifying.
yeah.
Can we weaken it so it doesn't fall completely, but dramatically drops down?
Can we send it to space?
See, so the fun thing is, because it's chaos, you cannot control the effect it will have.
But what if
It
what if
may
we get
send it into
Iopics
space.
to look at it?
It may
What if
send
we
it.
turn the islands into meatballs, and everyone got real hungry, and they eat the meatballs, and they got nothing to stand on, and they fall.
Hey, what are you saying about my plan?
I mean, it's like we should. It's possible to play around with it. I just want to, real
Was-
quick. Where?
Uh,
Okay, so we
Wait.
talked about.
I
Like,
was.
Yashion, do
Go-
you
Shion,
have
go.
something on this? Before we...
I mean, I was going to. I was curious about whether it's possible to break the floating rock into smaller chunks. But I feel like, again, we cannot control the chaos. We're not Shadow the Hedgehog, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could
Don't
break
have
them
any
into
ammo.
smaller chunks conventionally via cannon fire, but that's a that's a different matter.
Yeah. So I want to ask. We've talked about going from the air.
Mm-hmm.
What if we started from the ground and go up? Like maybe not launch an assault there, but go up from the bottom and then seize it from like quote unquote the ground floor.
Theoretically doable, but good luck getting. You're gonna have a hard time getting a large force into position. If you're doing it with just the retinue, pretty doable. But if you're trying to bring in your levies and your soldiers, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
And
So
you're expecting the air strike, right?
Probably.
That's
I
what
mean,
they're prepared for. So we do the ground strike, maybe even a pincer attack of some kind.
Ooh.
oh yeah, maybe have a
Oh,
battle
pincer
going on
of heaven.
above, and then like have a
down.
force come up from below.
Okay. Katie, were you trying to say something in there? I think I heard you, but you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I was, but my internet is being.
No,
Oh, no.
assassination attempt.
Fuck.
Oh no. All right.
Katie.
Katie,
On
no.
Vern's Day.
Not on
Should
Vern.
just type the message and have Mordio read it out.
Yeah, we can do that for the moment. But that is a theoretically doable thing. You could send your soldiers, your levies, to hit the blockade near Los Petalos, while the rest of you move along the ground and go up in small numbers to cause some destruction, go after the capital ship, go after the warehouses, your pick, I suppose. You just would need an instrument of destruction, right? Like, what would be your means of destruction? Boarding the locations and doing it by hand? Or do you got anything else in mind?
That's my MO usually, but
All right. Shion, be the destruction we want to see in the world.
All right.
It might be hard to get anything other than ourselves through for destruction. Yes, no?
Probably. Yeah. Probably difficult. Unless you guys want to spend some coin on acquiring an asset that'll be useful. But that's up to you.
I think that
We do have coin.
for goods and services.
Ooh.
How the archer levy, ancient soldiers. Can we get like acquire asset? Yes. Can we get like have like a ship that would be like the least suspicious to like bring? I know we have the merchant ships, but like what's like the one that would like they would not like know something's up until like we're upon them.
At this point, because of the heavy blockade, I don't know that there is such a ship,
True.
right? Like, I
Acquire
don't think you...
assets.
And especially because House Vutis was allowed to escape with many airships, so you don't even have, like, New Stathros ones that you've captured. Well, except for
How
House
about-
Iopix's, but they're known traders at this point, so... Again,
Gnome
doesn't really-
traders?
Ah. Alright, I don't know...
Okay, what other assets could we use?
Is there like
Here, Katie
just
says,
a
"Bloodless
really-
if you can. Oh, acquire asset!" Exclamation points.
is there like a really good gun we can get?
A really
Ooh.
good gun. You're gonna need to
Not
be more
like-
specific as to what you want this to be, or like to do.
Like a very somewhat accurate and like able to pick off certain pieces of machinery or parts of ships, like battery or cannon, like artillery, like when we can really aim and like really fine tune where we fire it.
I think theoretically, yes. What you're going to keep running into here is that you're going all the way south into enemy territory. I think your requests have to be assuming you can't really transport a lot of things that distance easily, right? So that's you're going a long distance. So trying to get a specialized piece of weaponry to cross the battlefield, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying there's penalties to your engagement roll for
Yes,
sure.
we do have to go across.
Yeah, you have not only do you have to cross the blockade line, you also have to go through a lot of green to get there. So that's
Mhm.
True. Yeah.
Katie suggests we have some mages make a sleep force field and take the soldiers and put them on airships and move them to Vern's territory while they're napping.
Yeah, it's on our property.
all right.
That's like a joke, but I do feel
I mean-
like
So I feel like we
no.
can do
Listen to
mages.
me. Listen
Yeah,
to me.
just-
I'm gonna say that we can infer something from this. Like we're trying to find something that will disrupt the weaponry or whatever. So maybe if we had some, like again, I mentioned we were talking about blockading their communications, but what if instead we had some magical device whose purpose was to cause some sort of interference with their weapons and whatnot? That's kind
Yeah.
of jammer.
Mhm.
They can just send an EMP pulse to their ships to scramble them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's a good point there. That sort of that EMP pulse sort of thing is that trying to shut down magic in an area is not impossible. I think the quality of your result would determine how big and how long such a thing would exist. Of course, that would
Well-
also affect any magic users in the group in terms of abilities available to them for
Well-
the duration, right?
How
Yeah.
about this?
But
We can muster a levy of mages
mhm.
who have ways of shielding and hiding and disrupting.
Mhm.
Like disrupting our presence at the very least, so we can like go further in without being detected or at a lesser risk of being detected, and they can also like provide backup, shield us, disrupt their communications when we get there.
Okay. I mean, theoretically, yeah, if you recruit specialized mages for that task, if everything goes well, perhaps they'll even let you cross the blockade. But, yeah.
We
Yes.
just get a bunch of Jedis and we say, "You will let us through here."
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a you could two-prong approach it and spend some coin, try to get a mage levy raised. That will do what you need. You'd spend some coin, try to get this anti-magic EMP, knowing full well that the anti-magic EMP may subvert your mages. Then there's the question of what are you guys actually doing during it, right? Rushing around the warehouses, setting everything on fire, and then as soon as magic comes on, you're out again, or right, like
With graffiti.
Vern rules with a Z.
I think we're pretty close to what the overall strategy is here, but we just need to.
Kitty's also suggesting
Right.
Chalice's robots acting as a relay.
Allow some remote operations of it. Yeah, I know
Okay,
Chalice did struggle before with the distance just between here and here. So
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm
theoretically
gonna be better
doable.
this time. I'm gonna roll so well this time
Oh, I believe
for
it.
sure.
Fair enough. If you're putting the soldiers on, here's what I'm gonna say. Your scout levy can only carry one other levy, plus you guys, right? Like you can't load up
Mhm.
you can't load up 3 armies on 1 army of airships
No.
of smaller airships. So if you wanna load up the robots on there, that's great, that works. But if you want to get a group of mages along for the ride, you have to choose the mages or the robots, or spend even more coin to get an extra set of airships. Which
Yeah. Okay, of the levies we have now, I guess our scout, and then I'd say the Magitech soldiers would help, because like we can use them with you like for utility and just load up any supplies we want that we haven't wrecked.
Do you think we can infiltrate pillage?
Trait?
Infiltrate pillage, yeah.
theoretically, yes.
Like
just probably
small
aren't...
teams, and then we deplete their supplies without doing anything, and they'll just need to they won't have anything, and then we go through. I don't know.
I think if
I
you
do like that. Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes, you are
He's
back.
back.
Yeah, I think that's definitely doable. I would say just scale your expectations to the amount of robbing you're able to do, right? Like if you go in there and rob a few warehouses, you're going to set them back for a short period of time until they have the time to refill those warehouses, right? Like, not saying that wouldn't do anything. I'm saying that be prepared for the blockade to come back.
Yeah.
So I think we should just focus on getting whatever's vital to their operations. Like that will keep them from like running the blockade at all.
Yeah, I guess that sounds like it will be a matter of can you succeed at that while you're there and identify it. But I need us to pick one now. We have a couple of different ideas here, from sending some people at the blockade while the rest of you sneak up to do your exploding, infiltrating, etc., potentially getting extra levies or extra anti-magical EMPs on the way. We have this just infiltrate as a small group, maybe with some extra ships to steal as much stuff as you can and then get out, hopefully with minimally being noticed. I think those are our 2 main approaches right now. I think there's a difference in the level of ambition, right? Like how hard are you trying to hit them? Are you throwing everything you've got, or are you trying to just do just enough damage to have your party next sortie?
I personally think that the ultimate destruction thing is going to be very difficult. Like, I would love for the blockade to be permanently gone, but I just don't think we're quite there yet. So I feel like the infiltrate, steal, and disrupt, so we can have the thing, might be more useful. Because if we have the party and we get all these allies, then we're going to be able to succeed a lot better in destroying this blockade than we are right now.
At the very least, weaken it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to have to act fast while the blockade is disrupted, right?
Yes. We're gonna need to send out these invitations and get people ready to come through as soon as it's done.
Yep.
So on to our next thing, which is the theme of the gala. I have some ideas, but
Yeah.
I was thinking, love upon the sand.
kinky.
Herm. Wait, now that I'm thinking, you said send out invitations. That kind of makes me think, once we've seized this, could I... Ooh.
Establish the post office?
A little bit. I send out letters that say, okay, we took Los Patalos. Anybody man enough to come by and hold it for me will permanently gain this.
Are you offering territory?
I'm offering territory to anybody north of it.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So your plan is to
I
go
mean-
in, hit them to weaken it, and then basically offer some of what was historically your territory to someone else.
Be at
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reply all to the company. And I wonder what that would be. Seize, vassalize?
I
But it wouldn't be
think
me doing it. It would be me offering it to other people. But I just want to use their power to get it. I just need it out of the other guy's hands, and I don't care where it goes.
right. You want to create an opportunity for someone else to intervene. Of course, if someone else
Yeah.
intervenes, they are going to be at war with your opponents, or like be an ally of you, right? Even if they're not
Mhm.
like under your command. Okay, I think this is something that I
Enemy
think is
of my
turning this
enemy
into
kinda
a potential. We've got some potential here now. Two things I want to say. First off,
Oh no! Are we trying to Mr. Beast this?
What?
It's like
You have to
I
decide.
liberated a land and
Look
said
at me.
whoever's man enough can come and claim it. You won't believe what
Yeah.
happens.
all right. So here's my two things I want to say. First off, your neighbors in red here,
Mm-hmm.
they seized this territory to the northeast around the time that your nation fell. So if you
Okay.
send out to anyone that, hey, you disrupted this highly strategic location, and whoever takes it can keep it, there's a good chance your neighbors in red will be the most positioned to do so. Now, whether or not you would want
Yeah.
the red that's currently growing around you like an amoeba to permanently have a high, to be high above most of your nation, that's up to you. But they are the ones most positioned and perhaps most willing to be able to do it, at least, just in the general mindset, right? You might be like, well, they might do it. But of course, there's the opportunity that other people might step in as well. But that's theoretically possible. And the other thing I do want to just quickly mention is someone earlier said that it looks like it's pretty difficult to actually, destroy it yourselves. And I'll just reiterate, you can commit war crimes by causing chaos ruptures, and that'll certainly
Yeah,
destroy
but-
it. You just can't say in what manner. So,
I don't want to do that.
all right, just
Yeah.
want to make sure that
it
you all
could
knew that
turn
war
them all
crimes
into
were a
stone.
convenient option that could achieve your goal, but
War crimes are always conveniently there. You just
Yeah.
can't use them.
I mean, if we turn them all to stone or like, I don't know, pudding, then it will be bloodless and it will refill your request.
it's true.
And
But
mother
alright.
can't use pudding.
I mean, we could use pudding. This is better. This is a good idea. Feed our army with the pudding we made of those planets and people.
No,
Pudding kind of people.
no.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I'm hearing. The retinue sneaks with a small group to infiltrate, potentially getting an acquire asset or something to aid. You steal as much as you can, disrupt their defenses as much as you can, flee, and then Vern, you offer the territory to any of your potential guests at the gala to take for themselves. while
Oh,
the
whoever
blockade is-
charms me at the gala can
Oh my god!
have.
The Bachelor. Oh my god. Bachelorette.
Ugh.
That's too much, maybe. But I think.
All right,
that's
other
funny.
question. How long do they have to hold on to it to get it? I mean, like, obviously,
How many rounds?
the idea is once they capture it, they have to hold on to it to have the land. But, like,
Yeah.
okay. I answered my own question.
Yeah. Because the guys to the south want it. The main kingdom guys.
Kingdom
And
guys.
so they want it. And anyone who can actually hold up a fight, put up a fight. Because we can't.
Not right now.
Yeah, I guess not.
Not that far from home.
Okay. All right. I see the vision. I think my last question is now, are you acquiring anything to aid you in this endeavor? Actually, I guess two questions. First is, are you acquiring anything to aid you in this endeavor?
I do think the army of mages is a good idea.
Okay. I will say having an army does go against infiltrating.
You are right.
We call them a
I'm very-
task force.
Yeah, small, concentrated, 30 or 50,000 guys.
If there's
Just,
specific
you know.
NPCs you want to bring with you, you can do that. But
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
all right, I'm not hearing any.
Maybe I
any...
will put Mr. Iopix to the test, the guy that we know,
Ooh.
that I promised the mage position to, head mage.
Oh, you want him to come and assist? He's a
I
doctor,
think
so
so.
he's a doctor, so he might be able to.
I'm
heal you
usually
with
I usually heal people, but
Maybe someone he trusts the most. If there's another guy there that can do more, a little less healing.
do you have like excuse me, Mr. Iopix, do you have like a Shion in your group who could help us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's wrong with the Shion in your group?
No,
Everything's
it would
right
be
with
great.
Shion.
Everyone
We need
everyone
more.
needs a Shion in their group.
We
and
love
they're
you
just-
so much, we want to.
True.
Yeah. We're cloning you.
We
Get
need
in the
like a
machine.
magic Shion, and Merlin's he's trying to go over a new leaf. We need like some young blood to help do that. And
Alright.
sadly, none of my boys are really made for the Shion type activities.
All right, so here's what I'm hearing: a couple of House Iopix scions to join you, perhaps
Mhm.
Juniper and a couple of small pirate skiffs to stealthily move you across the blockade through the valley, and then get you up to
Mhm.
Los Patalos. So infiltration, right? You have
Mhm.
yourselves plus maybe a dozen Iopix scions as a supporting role. You
Hmm.
get up there, and my question is, with these airships, you're essentially going to raid the warehouses and then try to escape the gaze of the kill ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My only question for you, Vern, for your proposal, is: do
Mhm.
you feel like you will be telling the truth if you tell people you have weakened it but left the giant kill ship?
Oh, true. In my brain, we did make it pretty useless up here,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's a different task force.
Yeah, like if you leave the giant kill ship, it's still pretty defended, even if they have no supplies, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you can't raid the supplies using this tactic, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we took all their cannonballs, right, guys?
took all the bullets.
very funny to hear that coming from the mage.
What you do is you shoot him as you're leaving.
You shoot them the opposite way, so you move faster forward.
Yeah.
I play Scout TF2.
All right, here's my gentle. Since we've been planning for a while, here's my gentle
sorry.
GM suggestion. If you're already getting the Iopix, getting a handful of Iopix scions with you, and you're going in sort of small scale, like rob and run,
Mhm.
you could have the Iopix scions be the ones robbing the warehouses, and have the retinue be the ones responsible for disabling the giant airship, ideally by boarding it and getting inside it and not being in its death rays, right? You know.
Yes.
You know what?
Wait, hold on, death rays. You didn't say Capital Kill Ship had death rays.
Hey, y'all. Do you think that we could heist the warship?
Yo! And then we do
I mean,
donuts
it's
at the Queen's
stationary.
Lawn.
But I want it.
Yeah.
I want that for my kingdom. I do
You
think that's a
deserve
good idea. I think as long as the scions are blocking not only communications, but our whereabouts, and that I'm there,
Okay. I think
I think that
And
could
then-
work.
And then we host the gala on the kill ship.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
the scions can
Dude,
do
it's
that
like,
for as long as
it's
they're
like
able
Mirage's
to.
party boat.
Oh
I'm okay.
no. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
so I think the scions could do their best, but I think there's also a certain point where if you cause too much chaos, as it were, they're not going to be able to keep the alarms from sounding. Like that. I think it's
Truly.
just have that expectation that you will have a quiet start. They can only do so much if you're doing infiltration, right?
Totally.
All right. Last question then, or at least I think last question. Is there anything you would like to acquire asset to aid you in your capture or destruction of big ol' kill ship?
Can acquire asset? This is probably a no. I want to get the soldiers on our side that are inside the blockade.
You want to buy
I want
them
to say
off?
go up north.
By bribing them?
Maybe.
What do we have to bribe
Maybe
with?
with
though?
coin.
Coin.
I was going to
We
say
have coin.
bribing is theoretically possible, but one of those things you won't know if it's going to work until you get there. So that's one. If that's your approach, you
I'm
can
just
try
trying to keep it bloodless. That would be my acquire asset, is bring a whole bunch of money and be like, hey, this sack
All
of
right,
gold
how
is yours.
about- Okay,
You leave
so
right now.
Merlin's going to stand up at this meeting we're all having, even though not all of us did our character voices.
Mhm.
He's going to look to Vern and go, Vern, you're very noble. You don't want to spill blood, but sometimes blood has to be spilled.
No, don't listen to him.
No, I know, Chalice, you're a good lad. All you good. You kids are all good. I appreciate all of you. Shion, you're a good kid.
I'm just staring.
And
So many bags in my eyes.
I know. You know what? Even I think maybe you should brain in on the murder. But you got to agree with me. Sometimes killing is necessary, especially when you want to seize such big assets.
Or you could bide your time so that you can acquire these assets when you already have some allies in place. This is very difficult to do in our position. We've grown, but not so much that we can
Chalice.
do this big blockade. No, Merlin, you were
Chalice,
trying to
Chalice.
turn over a new leaf, weren't you? Was that a lie?
I know. You know what? The old me would have just put them all in a giant smoke cloud and shocked them all to death. And I put my hand on top of Chalice's, like, dear sweetie.
No, don't dear sweetie me. No.
You've grown so much. I'm so proud of you.
No, that's not going to work on me. You're not going to convince me that
Okay, I turned to
murdering
Vern
all these
then.
people.
As soon as he says it's not going to work on me, Vern, sweetie, and I grab her hands. Sometimes it's unavoidable. If you try not to disturb the bees, you still get stung. You know what I mean?
What if the bees are sentient and want to be nice?
Well, what if you're...
No, I know what
I
you
understand.
mean.
If we want to
GM
do this, we've
question.
been stuck in this blockade for the
Amount of
Sky
time.
Voice. How long have we been?
You've been under blockade for a little over a month now. But-
See? It's been a month. And what's come of it? It's just made our life a living hell. If we break this blockade, we seize it, and a few people have to die, they're soldiers. They signed up to die. They knew it was a risk.
Oh my god.
I was going to ask
I'm willing to
GM
die for
voice.
what's going on here.
Do you guys want
GM
any of your potential NPC advisors who are here? Because I think of a couple who might be able to assist certain people's arguments in this. But it's up to you who you would actually include in this conversation.
Hey, can I
Probably
ask
House
a
of
question?
Ridos, because they're closest. Oh, go ahead.
What's your Shion?
Since this conversation started because you were asking if we want to acquire some kind of asset, if we're trying to disrupt and kind of like cripple their whole operation, I feel like maybe some kind of explosives would be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe, put them on the big ship.
You see,
I can
Vern,
sneak around the ship and plant C4 everywhere.
Yeah.
See, Vern, violence is a gradient, and we try and go to
Sure.
the non-violent side of that gradient. I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Magical explosives are definitely on the table.
Yeah.
As,
Oh, God,
as
get 'em
something you
off.
could acquire. I was going to say, if you have Juniper here, who I assume probably would be if you're planning on having them be your pilot.
Yeah.
They would mention that, something they run into a lot with a ragtag fleet and also being in this like old Magitech nonsense is that sometimes spellwork can fail. Sometimes spellwork can fail temporarily, especially if there's interference on the lines. Especially that ship. The Atos 2 is an older ship, if I recall, an old Alloprasalos warship, I think. And they sort of make this. They look at Merlin when they say this. They're like, if we were able to sneak in there successfully, get somewhere near some of the spell work, we and they point at like Merlin, Chalice, and themselves might be able to disrupt the spell work at least temporarily, causing the ship to, and they sort of just like make this motion with their hands of like, ooh, right, like start to fall. If we do it right, they might abandon ship, and then we turn the levitation back on at the last second and have ourselves an airship. We do it wrong, we all crash horribly into the ground and die.
Oh, that's fine.
But that
And
might be
and
a solution for...
That also involves blood, I've heard.
But that might be a solution that has some death, but not too much, looking to Vern. And I don't think she'd be here, but Chalice, you can probably hear in the back of your head that your aunt would be saying, like, the amount of money it would take to bribe soldiers of Korotrophos would bankrupt your nation.
Oh, shit.
Like, it's doable, but you are spending most, if not all of your coin on success, if it's even possible, right? Just,
okay.
Korotrophos is they're some of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Fervent believers. So, so we got explosives from Shion that you could try to do.
Friendly.
You've got the great risk drop the airship plan, which Juniper suggests. I think Shion's plan is more likely to get you all out of there alive because you can wait until you're gone before blowing it up. You know.
Yeah.
Shall we vote? Or do you got anyone got anything else to propose?
Okay, so now I grab Juniper's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Sweetie, honey,
And
darling.
remind you, I recently lost my right hand. I go, that's actually a very good plan. I really like it. You know what? This is why we have these sort of meetings, so we can brainstorm and come up with more solutions. More interesting, innovative solutions. We have great synergy.
They let you
Not
take
the
their hand. They
synergy.
just sort of like nod, like, yeah, group meetings. We do them all the time. And
Yeah, and I appreciate we do it.
Yeah.
Vern could just say whatever, and we would have to do it. But she lets us in. That's why she's a great queen, leader.
Yay.
Which is why that's why I want to propose Vern Day.
Ha! Yes.
Vern Day is for when we conquer the whole kingdom. As for now, I vote for Juniper's plan.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone prefer going bribery or explosives?
Shion's route is my very next on the list.
You want to have the explosives as a backup.
Oh, could I? I would love it.
Yeah, it's just then you spend the money, but don't use it for anything.
Oh, don't
productive.
use it.
You know,
Gotcha.
but, like, you can do it if you want.
We're always gonna find a way to use those explosives at some point.
Oh yeah,
You're
just because
right,
we
you're
don't use
right,
them on
Sean.
this mission.
They're not going wasted if we don't use them now.
Yeah, we
You're
use it
right.
for Vern Day.
We'll name them Chekhovs when we buy them. Just to be safe.
You go to the express checkoff lane.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to commit to buying them then? I think that's
Yes.
Yes.
all right.
Might as well have
Dock
some in
me
your
my
back pocket.
coin.
All right, I have docked the coin. Shion, it was your proposal. Would you like to roll acquire asset?
Oh, I'm the one who has to do it? How does that
I'm
work?
leaving you.
I roll?
Yeah, click on downtime rolls, click acquire asset, and set crew tier to 2. And that'll do it. I mean, theoretically, you could make someone else do it, but it was your idea, so I feel like it's
No,
it
I'll
should
do
be in
it.
your
It's my
hand.
explosives.
It's your explosives.
Nice.
All right, you can asset of
That's
tier
bad.
2 quality. You can spend an extra coin to make it tier 3, or you can just keep it at tier 2 is solid. That
We get a nuke if we go to tier 3.
no, I think that's more like tier 5. I think that's tier 5.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it should be up to Vern if we want to spend the extra money. I'm down with tier 2.
Tier 2 should be able to, at minimum, disable the ship, ideally destroy it if it goes well, right? It will deal severe damage as long as it goes off, but might not destroy it just because if we look at the holding is tier 3. So if it goes off but everything goes poorly, it might not completely destroy it, but it would certainly take it out of commission at least temporarily.
Yeah,
Again, as long
disabling
as it
it
goes
enough.
off in the ship.
And then calling everybody in a knives out scenario to go get it,
Yeah.
and then they can restore it.
I still haven't seen that movie.
That'd be bad for me, but
Yeah,
I like my odds of dangling the carrot.
it's true.
Care.
And who
Okay.
knows, you may get some new best friends out of it. Or some new best
Okay.
rivals. Or some new best enemies.
Yay.
Ooh.
Alright. We've got it. We've got our plan. We're infiltrating, splitting into 2 groups, with House Yopik sending some scions to go do what plundering they can. The retinue, along with Juniper, going into the main ship, disabling it, scattering some explosives just in case, with the intent to provoke an evacuation, while Merlin, Chalice, and Juniper disrupt the spellwork and make the ship fall. I assume that means Vern, Chantrelle, and Shion will go for the bridge to take over the ship when it restores to power. And if things go wrong and you need to escape, you'll figure that out when you get there, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Mhm.
All right.
That sounds good to me.
Should we
That's-
maybe get some parachutes too, or
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want parachutes, I guess. I guess you could.
we have carpet.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think
I
parachutes.
can use the chain on something. I'm fine.
And the thing is, parachutes are a perfect thing for a flashback if you need it. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
True.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thinking about my
Alright.
parachute.
So
So,
let's see.
my one question, my loadout, like my carrying capacity or whatever, is 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm gonna put the explosives here, I have to take something out, right?
Yep. But you can technically, I know, like in most RPGs, you think of yourself as having like staple equipment that you always have. Like in this one, there's nothing stopping you from emptying it out and refilling it between sorties, right? So yeah, you can
Yeah.
drop anything that you don't want right now without any penalty and just
I guess I should.
and you're allowed to pick it up mid-sortie without flashback if it's something that's on your class list, right? Like you don't have to
Okay.
fill up to 5 pre-sortie. You can leave yourself at 2 or 3, and then if you need something added in, just
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be a
magical explosives for you.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a way to add a custom item here. So like,
Oh,
I probably have to make it on the side. I'll make it for us.
I can just.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could, but it's not super important.
you
right
could just
now.
find the one that's most appropriate and then just
Yeah.
just edit it.
If for now, we can just remember
Can
that
just-
we have it, and we'll.
Yeah,
The bomb.
All right.
The bomb for capital kill death ship. That bomb. The bomb to blow it up.
All right. Who would like to roll the engagement roll? It's time to negotiate that, and I think.
Well, I don't think Mosh is back yet.
Oh no.
I'm here. I just got back.
All right,
Okay.
Woohoo.
back.
I think
What
we
we
might
got?
do what we've done a couple times before: roll the engagement roll, take our break, and then come back for the sortie.
Cool.
Mhm.
Any
Who would
volunteers to put the
I
fate
can
of the
do it.
mission? All right.
Nobody wants to.
I
Go
can.
ahead.
What are we doing?
This is
Rolling the engagement roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Okay.
Downtime rolls.
Can we take extra stress on that, or is that a sort
That
of
one
thing?
you cannot. This is the one where we argue about what extra dice you get. And so,
Yeah,
everything
okay,
always
okay.
starts at 1. I'm going to start you guys with a nice old -1 because it is, in fact, a higher tier target than you are as a faction, which drops you down to a good 0. However, I'm not going to dock you an extra 1 for crossing the blockade because you are doing so in small numbers. If you had
Cool.
crossed in larger numbers, I would have docked you extra dice depending on how many people you were going across with. But so I think we're just at a flat 0.
Okay.
You guys have anything that you... Actually, we'll say that the combination of Yopix and the pirates, I think that is a reasonable asset on your side to at least buy you some time.
And
So
we
that
got Infro. We have a man on the inside, Johnny the Frog.
Oh, that's true. You do have Johnny the Frog. So I think I'm going to roll Johnny into the group of your NPC allies as far as the single die granted because
Okay, yeah.
I think that just puts us at 1 die unless you guys have anything else, but I think that's probably it.
Yeah, the mages were my only thing to point out.
And like all the other stuff was just enabling you to get to this roll, not like a, benefit. All right. Amasha,
I don't know if this counts, but I feel like we have done enough stuff with airships at this point that we are that we are getting more skilled with it, and that should give us
We got our
some more-
Skylegs.
I did take a whole extra point in ride last session.
Ooh!
Okay.
I want to fly this baby a little.
Ooh! Oh my god. Yes.
All right. You know what? I think I'm going to tentatively agree for this one sortie. I don't know if I'll allow it in the future, but this does seem to be your guys' style. It feels like the group is developing a style, so we're gonna lean into it. You can roll with 2 dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, engagement roll, number of dice 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Partial
Alright.
success, risky position when the action starts, and that action will start in 5 to 10 minutes, probably about 5 minutes, when we get back from our break.
Yay.
All right. See you all shortly.
Liminal Branch Library.
All right, and we are back. And to begin our sortie, let us first go to the scene. Boop, boop, boop. And what's over here?
Oh my god.
Wow.
That is the coolest ship I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my!
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
that's the kill ship
Yeah.
that you guys will
Then we
both
have to
use.
seize it now.
Yeah.
That's our ship.
Kind
now.
of need that.
I can't
Yeah.
blow this thing up. It's too cool.
It's made of eyeballs, eyeball
Ugh.
sigils.
Oh, I'm
Looks
glad
like
you
a
guys like it.
Grecian urn.
Mm.
Yep, that's
Oh.
exactly what it is based on. Good spot.
Nice.
Amen. There they go again.
All right. So, Retinue, you've got a partial success on your engagement roll, which means that you're in a risky position when the action starts, but you've made it to your goal, your plan. So,
Ah!
let's drag all of your tokens just out here just so we can track the clusters of people. At this stage, if there's any last minute adjustments you want to make before I start narrating, now's the time. But I believe we're going to be sending these are our two groups essentially, Merlin, Chalice, and Juniper, going somewhere near the center of the ship to try to, disable the spellwork. Or probably more towards the back, center back here, somewhere up here. While the rest of the group is going somewhere towards the center front to seize the controls for when it turns back on. And ideally, you will both be in position when it comes time to turn it back on and able to do so that you do not all crash into the ground. Right? So, all right. No group swaps. We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
Far as I
Looking
can tell.
good.
Then I think...
Everyone protect me.
Protect me, squires.
So on a partial success, here's where I think we're at. We get a couple quick scenes of the airships skirting along the valley, the pirate airship skirting along the valley below, and then darting up through the moats of floating earth, and then these other small airships that are moving about. The ones that are carrying the retinue, two of them, come up to the Atos 2 up here, while the ones carrying the Yapix ones head off towards the warehouses elsewhere. When the pirate airships pull up to the side, we zoom in on specifically Chalice and Merlin, though the same sort of thing is happening for the other group as well, as the ship latches on and Juniper begins to twist like this big, heavy crank that it has, which begins to cut into the hull of the airship. And between grunts, they go, when I was a child, my mother used to take me on raids, and she would cut a hole into the ships transporting the raw gems, one just big enough for me to squeeze inside and pass them all back to her on the outside. And like,
beautiful.
You know what? Maybe I wasn't that bad of a father.
Merlin, you say that, and Juniper sort of like does a little shrug. And it's like, I don't know about the quality of the parentage I received, but and with like one final twist, and then like a grunt, and they pull that piece of hull off, revealing a hole big enough for each of you to get through. I don't know about the quality of parentage, but I picked up a lot of skills at least. Come on, let's go.
I'm thankful for that.
The hole is just going into the ship, right?
Yeah, this is just going into the ship, right? So this is just like a little, a little spot. We're going to go a bit past this, but the same thing happens a little bit further up where you all are careful to avoid these eye-like structures, which are actually inset. If you picture the little center dot, that's where like the armaments are, right? Like the Magitech cannons. And then the circle around them allows that dot to rotate left, right, up, down, like, swivel in its little socket.
Hell yeah.
Right? So you're very careful to avoid those as each of you moves up across the airship and then makes your way inside. And I think on partial success, what I'm going to do is have we're going to stay on Chalice and Merlin for now, because I think getting the ship to start falling is the most important thing. So you're able to make your way in towards where the spellwork converges for the engines. There's a few small skirmishes, ones which I think Merlin, with your skills, even with your recent injury, you're more than capable of handling on your own. Feel free to describe how Merlin would quietly take down the occasional stray mechanic or like not so much a soldier patrolling, but like someone who is working
An
the
ensign,
ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Typical Merlin chiz, just blowing smoke in their face.
Mm-hmm. A few puffs of
MBD.
smoke, stuffing them into like a side room or a utility closet to get them out of the way.
Turning them into making them at least look like a vase or something, so no one thinks it's odd.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, you take a few out of commission on the way and find yourselves at the actual chamber itself. You can see where the three major golden pieces of spellwork all converge, right? One for each of the main engines. And there are a handful of mages around, all monitoring and making sure that everything is stable and going as it should. And because currently no alarms have been tripped, and no alarms have been tripped, there's no overt hostilities yet to erupt. The three of you get the drop on the three of them. I imagine Merlin's going to throw some spellcraft. Chalice, are you letting Merlin handle the violence while you get ready for the magic, or are you also participating in the...
You think I'm participating in the violence?
I mean, look, you've used your horn to intimidate people before.
Yeah, as a threat.
Yeah.
So, as Merlin's taking out guys, he's kind of turning the Chalice and going, eh? Come on. Eh? Yeah,
He's very, very annoyed.
Just like a father trying to get his child involved with the activity. Eh?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, Merlin, I'm going to want a roll from you to see if you can take out all of these mages cleanly without giving one a chance to sound the alarm.
Actually, can I just sabotage the alarm? Or is I have to take them out to stop them from
You
raising
want to
the
take
alarm.
them out because you need the alarm to trigger the evacuation when the ship starts falling.
Very well. Sure, let's do hunt. And it's risky, right?
Yep, and we're in a
Ooh.
risky position. Go for it.
Okay.
All right. So,
it's been a while since Merlin's...
mhm.
Okay, so I was going to
Oh,
say
no.
the music hasn't been turned on
Yep.
yet.
I was deciding whether I was putting the one called alarms or not based on this roll.
Okay, very, very diegetic. Love it. It's been a while since Merlin's really got into a battle, especially since his encounter with the chaos fluid that made him
Mhm.
barf sunlight. And he's just kind of off his game right now. He's been kind relying on his Johnnies to take care of a lot of his duties, and he's just got a little rust around it. So
He's
kinda
not
feels
used to the new
spectacular.
hand, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he tries to you've seen it before. Well, luckily he got his non-wizarding hand
Mhm.
burnt off.
Yeah,
So
but
his wizarding hand is fine. His just general utility hand is gone.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's just kind of throwing him off.
Got it. And so the first enemy goes down in a puff of smoke, but as Merlin goes to reach the second, just isn't quite able to balance, isn't quite able to cross the distance as quickly as
I
he
try and
hopes,
grab
or fling the spell.
the handrail on the stair, and it just nothing catches because I don't have fingers anymore. And I go, fuck!
Yep.
I just fall down the stairs.
Ugh.
Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, you
It's quacking.
with a bit of
I
a
landed on a duck.
I imagine with a bit of a tumble, Merlin falls, maybe taking out the second one from like a spot on the ground, allowing the third to run and trip the alarm before Juniper is able to catch up behind them and just like give a heavy thwack with like a. I was gonna say like with like the butt of a rifle or something, but I imagine they wouldn't have that here. They'd have like a wrench or something if we're coming in for sabotage, right? They'd have, like, a heavy metal tool, so that they would give like a solid thwack. But at this point, the alarms are already going off. Juniper would look towards Merlin and Chalice and just say, "Let's just, rather than turn off the alarms, let's just get this thing falling quickly."
Yep.
All right. Chalice, I assume you were getting in position, and with Merlin's stumble, you would get there first. What's your approach to this?
What does it look like though?
Picture a big console with 3 converging great golden spellworks all sort of coming together before funneling through a single point deeper into the ship, where the controls at the front are all passing through these 3 golden conduits and then flowing towards the engines at the end. Right.
All right. I would like to do a quick study on it to try to figure out what is the best thing to plug and unplug and replug in for it to, do the thing I want to do.
All right. I'm going to give
Turn
you...
or turn off, whatever.
Right. I'm going to give you a free extra die for Juniper being here just for this one particular roll.
Whoa, 3?
Merlin... No, a free single one.
Oh, 8 free. Okay, thank you.
A single one free. Merlin, if you want to spend the stress to give Chalice an extra one, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, we can say Merlin needs an extra second to get there.
I'm going to say, go get it! And I give them the encouragement they need.
Okay. All right, so Chalice, you get 2 extra dice here.
Okay, in total, you're saying. So plus 2. All right.
Mhm.
Great. Here I go. What? Wait, why does it say PC?
What?
Wait, why does it say
Oh my
PC?
God. Oh my god. I took off my headphones for a second.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know why it
Mordio.
says PC.
Chalice, where's your name?
Does that mean it's wrong? Like did I click the wrong thing? Like I don't want it to be like not my sheet if that's wrong.
I mean, it's the right number of dice.
I
Well,
mean, it
think
might
it
have
is your
failed.
sheet.
I mean, I think it's a failsafe because that doesn't seem right.
That's weird.
That can't be right, right?
Oh!
wait.
What?
What? Bleh.
I clicked on
Huh? What's
Chalice's sheet, but it said Merlin. Hold on.
What the?
Let me
Hold on.
experiment again.
Whoa.
Am I me?
I think
What?
Chalice, for some reason, your character is called PC. Oh, your character, it's because your token is named PC. Your token doesn't have a name.
Hey.
There you go.
Well, obviously, Chalice needs a new roll.
Are you
No, I regret
serious
to
that-
inform you that those were the correct dice, and thus the
That
4
can't
be
ones.
right.
That was
unfortunately-
obviously Chalice's stand-in.
That
It
cannot
wasn't
be
supposed
right.
to be. Wasn't supposed to be there.
All right,
Morgan,
Chalice.
you wanna play it like that, you can go for it.
Sorry, what was that, Shion? What were you going to say?
I just want to know what I'm doing during all of this.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll cut to you guys shortly. The 3 of you are heading towards the bridge of the ship to commandeer it, so that when the ship turns on, and let's hope it's going to after those 4 ones,
We might have
when
to
the
pivot.
ship turns back on, you will theoretically be there to take the controls and spirit it away back to your own territory, right? The 3 of you, plus like an extra pirate or 2, right?
All right, I would like to say in this moment, Juniper, I'm like studying to figure out how this will work so I can drop the ship, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want it to drop. I'm on it. That's scary.
No, don't get cold hooves yet.
No, that's a great point, Chalice. Because that is your current fear, right?
Oh, your scar. Oh man.
Oh no!
Do you express
there
that out
any way-
loud?
Sure. So Juniper's like, all right, we got to do it. Let's, where do we start? And then Chalice goes, like, kind of looks around and, like, he starts sweating and Merlin's, like, behind him. And then he sort of, like, is just quickly getting himself dizzy. And Juniper's like, Chalice, what do we do? And, like, his eyes sort of blur out and he starts just, like, breathing really heavily. And he goes, I can't right now. And he, like, puts his head between his legs, just trying to, like, breathe.
I think seeing Merlin still, like, getting back to his feet, Juniper would be like, Chalice, this was the whole plan. The alarms are already Juniper quickly takes something and shoves it into one of the beams, and they were prioritizing acting fast. And perhaps, had Chalice succeeded, would have found a better way to disable it. But certainly Juniper's way disables it. There's a stutter in the golden beams, and then along one of them, there's a series of popping sounds, and then right, as it moves up and across. And then you feel the whole ship beginning to list downwards. And not like at a particular, it's like jarring, right? Like 2 out of 3 are slowly turning off, and one is like sputtering. So it's like spiraling downwards at an unpredictable angle. And as soon as they do it, Juniper hisses and says, we might want to start trying to repair that to get us floating again now. But we're going to cut to the other 3. Vern, Chantrelle, and Shion. Similar to the first group, on the initial on the initial partial success. Remember when we started with a success at the beginning of this sortie? And then we got 2 2s followed by 4 1s. Wow, amazing. With that initial partial success, I imagine Chantrelle and Shion are pretty cleanly making their way through any of the ensigns, the crew of this airship that you stumble across on the way. Of course, you're trying to take less used passages, not leave a trail of bodies. But, I guess, Shion, I assume you're just murdering as we go. Or are you not currently murdering out of respect for Vern's wishes?
Only because she's like 5 feet from me.
I'm going to, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to not hit any vitals. I just need them incapacitated for now, right?
My hero.
Okay, sounds fair. And I assume Chantrelle's the same, so we get a lot of like, slamming them into a wall and then throwing them in a side room or like that kind of stuff.
Oh no, I'm still using my blades.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It's just not gonna kill them.
Got it.
Doing like knife pins to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
like stabbing them to the wall, like by with the knife directly on their palm at the wall. Right?
Ooh, ow.
Just imagine something very painful that doesn't kill you.
Oh, like when Terminator shoots that guy in the kneecap, and John Connor's like, "What did you do that for?" And Terminator goes, "He'll live."
Yeah, exactly. That sort of thing.
Yeah, a few blades and palms.
Like the rest of their life is probably going to be very different. But they will live.
What a threat.
I can relate.
Yeah. I mean, if they get to a healer within a couple days, maybe they'll be okay. But, if you kidnap the ship, maybe they won't. We'll see. Yeah. Chantrelle, what about you? What's your style?
If we're in close quarters, she's punching people.
Yeah, fair.
Kicking them.
Yeah, I imagine you're moving through, like, inner passages here. Once you enter a similar cutout hole in the airship itself, right? So yeah, you're in plenty of close quarters. So between Shion's blades at those in medium distance and Chantrelle's fists, those at close distance, Vern, are you participating in the violence, or are you leaving that to your retinue?
I think she's aura forming by just kind of being like walking behind them with her arms,
That's
folded
pretty
behind her back, just
that's
going on your
badass.
left, 9 o'clock. Shion? Just kind of
Perfect.
commanding.
1A.
1A. 1A.
All right.
Beautiful.
You're nearing your destination. At least you're pretty sure you're nearing your destination as the alarms start going off, and immediately you all clock this as something has gone wrong because the alarms are supposed to go off because the ship is falling, which would trigger an evacuation. The ship is not falling and the alarms are going off. That means
That's great.
something didn't go right with the other team.
Mm.
So my question to you all is press on towards the bridge, pivot towards scattering explosives. What's the play?
Ooh. I want to get to the bridge because I have the ride ability, and I would like to maybe pilot, or that's all I can think that Vern would do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only skill she has.
Oh shit! You're gonna land it like they landed the Enterprise in Genesis.
Yeah. Oh my god, Tom Hardy's on the surface. I have to get to him.
That's Nemesis, not Genesis, but yeah.
Can we do
Federation,
both?
there we go.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, yeah, you can start scattering the explosives.
Tom Hardy will be there when we land this ship.
Yay! I think I would put Shion in charge of scattering the bombs. Just anywhere that they might see something structural important.
For sure.
And then I think we'd still make our way to the bridge, not only because she wants to fly this thing, but that's where our comrades know where to go. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Affecting.
You start scattering them on the way at places wherever you see like a particular concentration of spellwork to disrupt. And honestly, in the worst case of blowing it up, putting an explosive or two on the bridge itself to make it harder to control would be a good plan anyway, right?
Yes.
So as you three approach the bridge, I rotate off. I need to figure out how to disable that sliding. But as you three approach the bridge, that's when the listing of the ship begins. So you're almost there when it slips from underneath you in a very jolting sort of way. It is not a smooth powered down of the engines that you were expecting and hoping for. But perhaps if there's a single thought that crosses through your minds, is like, well, this is certainly making it feel more realistic, like it's falling out of control, because you all are beginning to fall. I would say that around you, like as the ship's descent, you're a good bit above the ground. You probably have a little bit of time, and it's not like free fall quite yet. Like you can feel that lightness, that lifting in your stomach of like the ground slowly starting to fall out from underneath you. And because of the retinue, or because of the other half's triggering the alarm before the fall, as you approach the bridge, you hear movement up ahead. It sounds like there's at least a few soldiers getting ready to defend the bridge, who then yelp in surprise at the shift as the airship starts to fall. What?
Fair.
You three, what's your approach? What are you doing? You rushing in, or before they can get more fortified? Are you taking a moment to stabilize yourself? Option C.
Yeah, I probably want to rush in and try to find some sort of, which for Shion is usually by means of throwing out the chain and getting it to hook into something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think can double as a sort of swing to get me closer to those those enemies, right?
Yeah, I think so. I made this very, I made a very simple T intersection here with the intent of drawing more, but maybe I should move it as you guys go. Shion's going to try to swing in. Oops. Chantrelle, Vern, what about the two of you?
Chantrelle is going to yell very loudly, "We need to evacuate! We're falling!" and hope that just scares people.
Ooh, Ember tactics.
That is what Vern was going to do as well. She's going to be like, everyone get to the evacuation whatevers.
Drop all your valuables and get to the evacuation pods.
Yeah.
All your
Donation.
access keys
Only.
and ballads for the next king.
Mm-hmm.
And pencils. We need pencils.
All right.
And
So,
they can't see us yet, so hopefully.
so here's my thought. Vern and or Chantrelle, if one of you wants to roll and the other one wants to assist the other for some sort of convincing the people within earshot that that's what they should do, I think if you roll particularly well, it may make Shion's task of swinging in and taking people out all the easier if they're suddenly shifting their minds from barricade ourselves, get ready to defend against whatever is happening, to, oh, we need to get out of here, right? So,
Yeah.
Vern, what do you have in sway?
I have only 1 in sway, but I have 3 in command.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, yes.
I will
That's
support
where I
you.
was gonna go. I would take a stress to get an extra die.
I am taking 2 stress to help you.
Okay.
all right.
Okay. I wanted to double check if I could take care of their stress, but I cannot. So anyway,
Modifier +1
Command.
at the top.
thank you. Please work risky standard.
I would say, yeah, you're at risky standard at the moment. Yeah.
Wait, are you only getting 1 extra die?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Is she on helping at all, vibes wise?
Yeah, because like only Chantrelle is gonna help. You're not doing the. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Chantrelle's helping, so to give Vern a +1. And if this roll goes well, it'll make your roll a better position, right? Or a better effect,
Okay.
perhaps, right?
I'm going to hit the
Because
button.
I could also help, but by being the threatening alternative. So I can take the 2 stress. I'm relatively stress-free right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I think the threatening alternative is a valid way to help in this case.
So +2.
+2 dice. As long as both are paying the
Yippee.
cost, you get +2.
Yes!
Success. You do it.
Ooh. Oh my god.
All right. So, Shion, you come around the corner as all this shouting is happening, and you see that they're in the process of closing these heavy sets of doors to cut the bridge off from the rest of the ship. But as they're shutting, these, shouts to evacuate give them initial pause. Shion, you swing around the corner, and you see them in that frozen moment of like, wait, do we need to be doing this, or should we be evacuating? Then they see you coming, and they stop sealing the doors, and they start sprinting, right? Like no. Which is very difficult given the lilting of the ship. Like, they're stumbling, sprinting is not the right word. Scrambling is the correct word. And I think you hear from the other side who's giving that order to evacuate? That's not from... Get back here! So whoever's commanding the ship is just beyond in the bridge, but it looks like at least a good bit of their guard is in the process of fleeing. So Shion, you swing in first. So you're the first. You're the one who would get to see. Inside, I'd say probably half of the people in the bridge have already begun to flee, provoked by the shouts outside, the falling, and your arrival. There's maybe like you pull yourself in past these doors and land next to like a Magitech terminal where a pilot was like nervously glancing over their shoulder. They see you yelp and like scramble away as well, right?
There they go.
But towards the front, holding on to a railing, is a dwarven man wearing a stark white uniform who's glowering and trying to shout orders about, as you would expect, like find out what's going on. Don't panic yet. We'll evacuate once we know. And then he sees you come into the room.
Oh, wait.
And then he sees you come into the room, starts piecing together the puzzle pieces. But I think that because we've got a success, Shion, you will get to act first before he has a chance to react to you.
Nice.
What are you... I assume you're going for him, but there's something else you have in mind.
So, remember what I mentioned earlier about knives and pinning hands to walls? I would like to throw a knife at his hand to pin him.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. So
This sounds to me like a finesse roll.
this does sound like our favorite Shion's finesse roll.
So finesseful.
So what is my position and effect right now?
I think right now you're at a risky standard, right? The risks are numerous, let's say. But they're equivalent to you. Alright.
Woo!
Here's what I'm going to say. I think you can either choose to, because it's a partial success, I'll choose that you can get the clean shot and get him fully pinned, but that involves you really overcommitting, and due to the lilting and twisting of the ship, you're going to lose your own foothold, and like your grip on your chain for a moment, so you're gonna free fall through the air for a bit. Or you can just injure him but not pin him down, and you retain your ground.
I'm fine with losing my footing.
All right. Shion temporarily
Tracks.
gets thrown into the air as the dwarven man is pinned to one of the consoles with a grunt of pain, his white uniform stained red. I'm gonna
It's
move
never
us
going to
more
wash out.
violence music and away from...
I know plenty of ways to get blood out of his clothing.
Nice.
All right.
Blockade is probably something Shion knows as well because it comes up a lot in their line of work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ships falling. Vern, Chantrelle, you see that your words and Shion's approach have at least partially worked as pilots and guard rush out of the bridge to begin to escape. But you do hear the dwarven man shouting, and then the grunt of pain from the bridge, so you know that there's a fight going on there. What are you going to do? Are you waiting outside for Shion to clean up everything, or are you...
I mean, Vern
Mhm.
wants to get in there to pilot, right?
Yeah.
Selfishly, yes.
All right.
Is he at the helm or is he just somewhere else?
The dwarven guy is near the helm, but has just been pinned by Shion. Oh, detail I forgot to mention that at this point doesn't make much of a difference because he is pinned, which I assume means that he has at least not use of both of his arms at the moment, is that he does have what looks more like a ceremonial bow than like a practical one, but the dwarven man does have one of those. He's not able to access it in his current positioning, but there are a handful of pilots left, I think one of whom... So Vern, Chantrelle, you're rushing in, right? What you see is that Shion has lost her grip and is in the air. There's probably a brief moment of... what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Lack of control, I was going to say, right? Like,
Mm.
Shion, if there were no hostiles around, you could probably take a beat, orient yourself, and then, stabilize. But some of the pilots here, seeing as you have just pinned their commanding officer to a console, are reaching for their sidearms. One with like a flourish expands out like a hand crossbow, or probably a pair of them, and they start bringing them up to aim at Shion, who's relatively incapable of dodging at the moment. Of course, whether or not these pilots can get off a good shot is another question. Chantrelle, Vern, what are you doing to interfere?
Oh, let me look at my sheet, what the right words would be. Okay, so I keep doing survey. I keep getting into the battlefield and figuring out what is the best targets to go first.
You're looking with your special eyes, yeah.
I wonder if I rush in right after Shion, see that she's kind of slipping, I wonder if I could get in there, give her my arm to kind of stabilize, and maybe like launch her up and towards some of these people. Maybe making their aim less good. Their target has just moved like incredibly. I just kind of want to like physically position Shion in a better spot. Would that be command? I'm sorry, survey.
I think I could see that. I definitely think that using a physical one would probably be preferable, but I think there's enough argument for it that I will not turn my nose up at the survey roll. While you're doing that, Chantrelle, are you going for the pilots or?
I'm going for whoever's aiming at her.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. All right. So let's get a pair of rolls. One from Vern, one from Chantrelle. These both are going to resolve pretty much one after another. So let's see how it goes.
I'm going to take a stress to make sure this works.
Oh, yeah.
This is
standard is
risky
fine.
standard?
Yep, both are risky standard. It is 2 stress to give yourself 1 die if you so choose.
Oh, it's 2.
If it
Perfect.
is
Okay.
2.
Thank you. All right, please work.
All right. Partial success
Damn it!
and a failure. All right. Great dice tonight, guys.
Shut
All
up.
right. Vern, I think on a
What's the
partial
thread?
success, you can you are able to get up into position, maybe like hooking your arm into one of the terminals to keep yourself somewhat connected when the ship suddenly lurches in a way that you did not foresee coming. Man, you really thought they were just going to turn off the engines, not make one of them sputter erratically, making it a bit hard. So you're suddenly thrown. I'm going to give you the choice of getting Shion into position to strike, or avoiding harm. Those are your options. You have to pick one or the other.
Shion
your
is more important
choice.
to me up there than an arrow in my arm, so I'm getting Shion where they need to go.
All right, sounds good. All right,
Go Vern!
Vern, are you throwing Shion towards the currently pinned commander or towards the pilots with the hand crossbows?
Shion, where do you want to go? Where do I think would be the most Shion-like target? Probably the one pinned, or the ones with active weapons, and we can take care of them
Okay,
later.
so my plan before I started tumbling over was that I would make use of my skill called Brutal. Let me read again what it does. When you
Okay.
unleash physical violence, it's especially frightening. When you command a frightened target, take +1 die. So my idea was to first unleash physical violence on the commander, which I've succeeded at, and secondly, command him to, stand down, tell his guys to stop shooting as whatever kind of threat I can do, which I assume he's sufficiently frightened now.
Yeah,
And
especially.
so I would have a base 4 dice to play around with my command skill. So I would like to go to the commander.
I think that with Vern throwing you at him, that is especially like that adds to the frightening factor.
Yes.
Fastball special them? Damn.
It's like throwing a feral cat on someone.
As it
Ended.
does happen.
I like it. So I think that if that's what you want to do, works for me. Vern, you are going to take a level 1 harm as 2 of the hand crossbow bolts catch you in your left arm.
Owie.
Like the one that I assume you're like using your right to throw Shion and your left to like hold on to the terminals for yourself. And so like they catch you in the static arm that you got there. Shion gets thrown forward. Shion, you can start queuing that roll up, and I would say even I would say that take an extra +1 die from Vern's throwing you at him, because I think that makes it way more intimidating personally. Like it adds. I think it adds. It multiplies.
Hit yourself now.
While you're getting that
We're
roll
still
queued
risky
up
standard.
there. Sorry, what was that?
We're still risky standard.
I was going to say, in your case, I would call it risky great, because if you can convince him to give them the stand down order, then that's a very good person to have convinced. Before you roll, though, Chantrelle, you went in and
Biffed it.
got your failure. So
Sure did. I was not expecting that bump.
yep, that's exactly. I think the same thing affected you as affected Vern. It was the bump. Your choice here is I think your choice is this. Either Chantrelle can sort of right herself and lose her momentum, meaning that if Shion fails, she's essentially just going to take crossbow bolts to the chest as the pilots pivot and attack her. But if Shion succeeds, you're fine. Or you can take harm and take out the pilots as you stumble through the momentum, crash into them, take them out, but maybe also take a bump or two yourself in the way.
I can handle a bump or two.
Okay. Take some lesser harm now to avoid being shot point blank in the event of failure.
Yeah!
All right. And I think taking a bump or two is a perfect name for a level 1 harm as you All right.
Stumble into people instead of attacking them.
Yeah.
Got jostled.
Well, you could also be attacking them, but the bump or two is you like crashing into the console, like hurting your shoulder or something, right, as you go. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Make sure you mark that. Shion, time for your roll.
Awesome.
Success.
Yeah!
You do it. Now, I believe you said you wanted him to give the evacuation order or to tell them to stand down. Is that right?
Yeah, one or the other.
All right.
I just want them to stop trying to hurt us. Otherwise, it would be very bad
Wish
for
my friends.
everyone involved. I have a chaos weapon pointed at his chin right now.
Right.
And I think he knows what this means.
Yeah, he can see the keen edge, and it just sends a shiver, raises like the hairs on the back of his neck. And with a gruff, fine, you've already sent it spiraling. Everyone, he would say, abandon ship, it's going down. Get to the escape skiffs. And then he would look to you and like gesture towards one of the consoles and say, what are you waiting for? Turn on the communication so I can order the ship to. He trails off like he's gonna do it. You just gotta actually,
Hit the button?
Yeah, hit the button. Hit the button.
I think Vern
Vern
will do the
Shiny
button.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Vern, you climb over. I imagine at this point now, we've been falling for a good, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So as it's picking up speed from the growing descent, you're now less walking and more pulling yourself along over towards the button, but I don't think I need to make a roll for you to get to it.
Okay.
You get to it, hit it, and he relays, because you got a success, he relays the evacuation order. Ships going down. We're under attack, ships going down. Evacuate as soon as possible. Now, you guys essentially have the Brit. Well, what's your plan for the commander himself? Are you sending him off as well? Are you keeping him here with you?
I want to, on him to remember me, and that we took the ship without killing as many people as we could, something like that. I don't know if that's the impression right now, because we're just plummeting to the ground, so it's not a very controlled thing.
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to let him go.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure that I take his bow first, though.
Oh yeah.
Before I
idea.
get the knife out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair, reasonable. All
Oh,
right,
Vern
great.
wants to ask his name.
Yeah. All right, Shion takes the bow.
I think she'd do it pretty cool and be like, and you are...
As we're free falling.
He would say, Latios Korotrophoi of House Korotrophos. I take it you're that rebel princess.
The name is Vern. You won't forget it.
Hell yeah.
He there's like another lurch and he writes himself. He looks at like looks out like the front screen at the spiraling ground that you're moving towards. and then looks at how you're letting him go, but you're staying, and he sort of just like, "You're probably right about that," and he's gonna go. He's gonna run.
I mean, fair.
Jesus Christ, she's crazy.
Yeah. You have
gotta warn the
cemented
others.
yourself in
I gotta
this
get out of
man's
here.
mind. That much is certainly clear. All right. Well, congratulations, bridge team. You've managed to take control of the bridge. With
It's already
only-
over. Good job, everyone.
Only minor bumps and bruises.
And an arrow to the arm.
Meanwhile, at the back of the ship,
Mhm.
we're gonna cut back maybe 2 minutes after we've left the group this before. So maybe 30 seconds after the bridge is taken, Vern and Chantrelle and Shion getting in position. Chalice, Merlin, and Juniper, you're all feverishly working to get the engines back online after Juniper's quick action has rendered them a little bit more inoperable than you had intended for them to be.
All right.
The issue with this is before that evacuation order had come through, the alarm, you guys had triggered the alarm. And so not only are you trying to repair the ship, you are also currently under attack by people who think that you're making the ship worse. So
Yeah.
the three of you, pinned down by crossbow and arrow fire from here. Let's draw another little room here. Another sort of sphere room that we're in, right? We've got this convergence of 3 golden spellworks here in the middle. They're not gold at the moment, but that's fine. With, I imagine, Chalice and Juniper near that convergence trying to mend things. Merlin, your knowledge would also be great for mending things. I'm not saying it's not, but your skill is also the one most likely to be able to repel the half dozen people who are attacking you. So I'm gonna put got a handful who are moving in. We've got a handful back here. So I think I want to start on Merlin. Merlin, what are you doing to give cover to or otherwise protect your team to buy them time to get the ship back online?
Let's see here. Remedy. I got points into Remedy.
Mm-hmm. And how would that assist in this moment?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna remedy the situation, but no.
That's not quite how skills work, I don't think. But
It's a play on words, so it has to work.
oh yeah.
I'm instead going to attune some smoke. Not smoke, actually. Storm clouds.
Woo!
So it's gonna billow out from beneath Merlin's robes and kind of fill the air. It's gonna leave the place where Juniper and Chalice are working on, making sure we don't immediately careen to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But as it's billowing out and obscuring the vision of the mages, it's also billowing out of the hull and other ports it can find in the ship and going underneath the bottom of the ship and lifting it up.
That's
So
a
we can
lot
have,
to do in one roll. I'm not
Mhm.
going to say you can't attempt it, but expect the consequences to be proportional to what you're attempting in the result of a partial success or partial failure. That sound fair?
Okay. Actually, Chalice, how you doing right now, bud?
We'll find out in the next roll.
Do you really need cover from people throwing spells at you?
You want to
I'm going to assume if you fail, I will have to worry about it.
Merlin, if you want to not and to just aid your team in fixing the ship, you all can do that, but if no one's trying to stop people from shooting at you, you just get shot, right? Like there's no there's no saving throws. It just happens, right? And that's what'll happen. So, How badly you get shot might depend on the group's role, but that's the approach you guys want to take. Take that approach instead.
You know what? I'm just gonna obscure us.
Okay, sounds fair.
Yeah, I'll do. Should it be risky, or desperate?
I'm going to put your role just at risky, because the risks of getting shot while bad
It's a
are
personal
not
as opposed to the entirety of the situation. Yeah.
right. However, I'm pretty sure Chalice's role is going to be desperate in a moment.
Clear,
Okay.
obscure.
Badooms.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll and see what happens.
All right. Yeah. Things go badly. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You end up in a desperate position, or you lose this opportunity. All right, Merlin. Here's your choice. I think either you're able to protect Chalice and Juniper, making yourself the only target for a half a dozen people with bows and crossbows, or you're able to protect yourself but not them. They do have partial cover from the consoles and the fact that they might be more reluctant to shoot in towards the spellwork, but they're likely still going to get shot. Perhaps not as badly shot as you will if you are out in the open, but still shot all the same.
So my choices are
Protect yourself or protect your team.
I'm going to protect the team.
All right. Merlin,
Taking one for the team.
mark a level 2 harm of perforated as a series of bolts and arrows catch into you. Now, fortunately for you, Merlin, these are mostly like, ship crew members with sidearms, right? Like, these aren't soldiers with longbows or like heavy crossbows. They have like a hand crossbow and like that kind of like a short bow. So stuff that it hurts, it could kill you if it hit you in the right spot, but they're also not like trained for this specifically. But you are still hit quite a few times, so it builds up. Chalice.
Can I?
Yeah, what were you
Just
gonna
1
say?
second.
Yeah.
So it's crewmen. It's also the mages, right?
The mages you took out at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha,
you two and
gotcha.
Juniper.
Because I thought whatever I do magically, they can counter it. But if they're just like lay people,
They're just dudes.
They're just innocent men.
Yeah, these guys are just dudes. Chalice,
It's like
Juniper,
worthless, right?
Okay.
you two. The ship is rapidly approaching the ground. You are in a
Yeah.
desperate position based
die.
off of the previous roll, which
Yeah.
I think means that if you get a straight up failure here, there is no recovering from the free fall. It doesn't mean that you yourselves will be stuck in the ship until it hits the ground, but it does mean you don't think you will be able to recover it. Now, a partial success or a full success, we can talk about recovering it still. But
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this is desperate, probably, right?
oh, this is definitely desperate. Yep.
And what about the effect? Would it be great? It would be great for me if we could stop this falling.
Yes, I think we're listening to the song. This is desperate position, great effect, right? If you succeed, the ship will
Great.
right itself or at least you'll be able to get it to right itself.
So I think a craft, basically to fix this, is what I would do.
Reasonable.
I would like to give myself a free dice modifier.
Oh yeah, the take 2 stress for the die.
Take 2 stress for that, and I still get something from Juniper, right?
No, I think Juniper's who got you into this situation and is thus unable to be helpful.
What do you mean? He's still he broke it. He can fix it.
I don't want to just give you guys a bunch of free dice on every roll for taking the person around. I'll tell you. How about this? In this scenario, because I already gave you a free one from Juniper, I'll let you take a second 2 stress to have Juniper help you a second time. How's that?
Can I send some stress or spend stress to help with Chalice?
As long as you can tell me how you're helping while being shot, then yeah.
Well, I'm, still trying to back up those guys. Like, Chalice, whatever happens, I just gotta say, I'm proud of you. I know you can do this.
All right. We'll see. I have 2
believe.
dice then, right?
Yep. 2 + 2
All
dice
right.
modifier at the top.
Oh wait, but you said you would let me take another 2 stress for Juniper.
For second Juniper, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do it because I'm at no stress, so I'm gonna do the 3 dice. All right.
Do it.
I need to.
Yep, because you really need a. All right.
Woo!
Success. With a. What spell work does Chalice use to get things repaired?
Well, it sounded like Juniper just kind of stuck just broke it by putting something in, right? Like made a hole or
Yeah, I
jammed
imagine
something
them
in.
putting like an elemental charge in that overloaded it, but perhaps overloaded it a
okay.
bit too good and caused some bursts across the path, right?
Okay, I think that Chalice then would I imagine there's like burnt wires that are just frayed and not connecting. I imagine it's very like fiddly work where he's like manually like I guess maybe with magic too, just like manually threading the wires through, so it's a kind of like a lengthy process and needs to be like still, and it's very difficult with free falling and being shot at. So but with Merlin covering, he's able to like lock the fuck in and then like get them all rewired and
It's
hopefully
anxiety.
working again.
Queens don't cry.
Yeah, I think that works perfectly. And if I might add a thematic detail, and this is just a thought, you can tell me Chalice doesn't have this, but Chalice having that affinity for glass, and given that there were explosions and things, I could see Chalice having like a quick engraving on like a glass panel and like sticking it in a couple places where maybe like a patch of wires was destroyed. It's like, this is close enough, draws the wires on the glass and like plants them down in that spot as well. So it's like weaving these wires here, panel of glass there, like that kind of thing.
What is
Yeah,
fiber
yeah.
optic but just strands of glass?
I mean, yeah.
Chalice, you're able to steady it. The other engine is now, rather than sputtering, is safely disabled just in time for you to get ready to re-enable it. And Merlin, shortly after you get shot, the evacuation order comes in over the... Or actually, it's probably around when you're getting shot is when the evacuation order comes in. And you see these crew members, like, they look at all of you. They still feel the ship falling. They don't see that Chalice and Juniper have just repaired it because of the smoke that Merlin has thrown up. So they think that you've come in here to sabotage it, not turn it off temporarily. So they are going to quickly retreat to head towards a skiff. Chalice, Merlin, you're able to connect up to the bridge. Both of you have now cleared out your respective spots. Now the only thing left to do is to hold in for the last moment to allow as many crew to evacuate as possible. I think... Now, people can correct me if I'm wrong here. I think there's only one roll left to have, and that is going to be Vern's ride roll to see how well Vern can pull the ship, this massive ship, out of a freeform dive, timing the engines being turned back on, but also leaving them off long enough that everyone actually goes through with evacuating, right? So, yeah.
I think
Okay,
the only
keep in mind, I only have 2 in ride.
well,
You
only-
have
That's pretty
2
good.
more than me. I am going to take 2 stress to support you. I assume since this is a large ship, it might need more than 1 input, so I will I'll ask, what do you need me to do? And just take direction to help that.
I
Does
think
that
she would
work?
feel comfortable. Like, just being like, be over at that panel, be ready to hit this with your hand as hard as possible.
And like, Vern, you've probably been on like freighters with like, the excavation of mines, right? Like, you've been on those. So like, you're used to these multi-crew sort of setups. Shion, are you contributing to the piloting in any way?
Oh, right.
The answer can be no, right?
You don't have to.
Yeah, you
I
don't-
think the answer is gonna be no, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You can be the ship's counselor.
I've never seen these controls before. Look, I don't know this technology shit.
Cool, cool.
Fair. I think Chalice and Merlin in the back could theoretically also help by turning on the engines at the right time, etc. And you now have a line of communication from the bridge to the engine room without being eavesdropped on. So you
true.
can,
I just wanna watch out for any threats, because I mean, I feel like
don't
they're
know.
gonna flee, but this fleet has other ships, right? We might get attacked though.
Yep, that's true. You very well might. All right,
Yeah. All right, so that is +1 from Chantrelle.
this one from Chantrelle.
Maybe if I can call back to the engine crew,
Mhm.
could they tell me in 3, 2, 1, and that could be a +1?
Yeah,
as
if
well.
either one of them wants to be the one to mark 2 stress.
How am I doing? How's Chalice doing?
Chalice, you stressed?
Oh yeah, I mean he's probably drenched in sweat and is taking a little breather.
But do either of you want to mark 2 stress was the question, I think. Either
I'll
you
do it.
or Merlin. Merlin will do it?
Yeah.
All right, Merlin will do it. That's +2 dice to Vern.
Okay, and then can I take another stress loadout? I think I already marked it.
You can
For
mark 2
+3.
stress yourself to get. You're now at the maximum of +3 dice.
Yep.
Which you can set at
Risky
the modifier
standard,
at the very
risky
top.
great.
This is
How
going to
we
be.
feeling?
We're going to call it desperate great because if you botch this, if you get a full failure on this, things are still bad. Right?
We might die. Everybody, I love you very
Nah.
much.
I believe.
Let's
Never
ride.
punished, never punished, never punished.
Ooh, partial success. All right.
Oh my
Ooh,
god,
Those
those
ones are
numbers!
diabolical.
Those ones,
Yep.
they're out to get you.
I hate it.
Here's my thoughts. I think that the pulling it out of the dive actually itself goes extremely well, given the size of the ship. Vern, your experience with, heavy freighter ships, but not like warships or this particular ship. I think it goes pretty well. You probably do graze the ground a bit, but it's more of a scraping than it is like a crashing, right? You probably peel off a layer of like cannons along the bottom, which will need repairing at some point. But it's still functional enough to fly. And as you're turning to begin to move it, that's when, Shion, you had said that you were looking out for more threats, right?
Uh-oh.
That's remember when I said that there were 2 major airships in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's always 2.
there was always 2.
I've been thinking about that little fuck.
Yep.
Damn.
There was the
Yeah.
Orenstein and the Smo, right? And as
Oh god.
as all of the little skiffs start to flee, and you right the ship and begin to take it away, there's just a flash of light as the other one streaks by, and there's rumbling and explosions, and as it unleashes spellwork after spellwork darting back and forth. And even though, Shion, you're looking out for it, I don't know what you can do from the bridge to prevent it. So what I think happens, unless
I
anyone
can
is,
board it.
if you want to try to jump from this ship to another airship, knowing full well this ship cannot catch you should you miss, I will permit it. That is incredibly risky. Here's what I'll
It's
say.
a very Shion thing to do, though.
It is a very Shion thing to do. Here's what I'll say to you before you make this decision, because
I could make some use of these explosives.
it's very true.
Oh. How about that?
I was gonna say we're in a control room full of guns.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, so here's my establishing of success and the consequences. Right. I think that, Shion, should you choose to jump and succeed, you will be able to plant those explosives. Very likely destroy it because it was described as a much smaller ship with your explosives, thus robbing the enemy of a valuable second ship. I would say that, Vern, you believe that given the first 2 passes, and we'll say that, like, perhaps Shion, as the first 2 passes have gone, they've opened up a hole in the front large enough for you to, like, get ready to brace yourself for the next run. Vern, I think you get the sense that though they are damaging your ship, they probably won't be able to stop one of this size entirely before you get far away. So your partial success on your ride roll is you will get this ship, but it will be heavily damaged and need repair, right?
Okay.
So you could potentially
It's a
call
potter's
Shion off, saying we'll still make it without destroying this ship. But if Shion destroys this ship that's attacking you, you will get it without the need for heavy repairs. It will only need some, quick light repairs, right? Like maybe just for the next sortie.
Yeah.
And you'll have deprived the enemy of another weapon. Now, whether or not you want to risk your Shion to do that, or whether Shion would like to risk her life to do that, that is up to you as a group. But I think those are the risks and the consequences, or the risks and the benefits, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a quick question about the explosives. Are they a press button to explode in X time, or are they a remote control thing?
I imagine you can probably do either, whatever you prefer. You guys bought them, so whatever one you want in this moment is what it can be.
Hear me out. Throw the explosive.
Yeah. If we could throw them all out, and it doesn't matter if we damage the ship, like it's completely gone.
Gotta dump
If
the
it's
load.
partially just slowed down, all of that is good to me. I think I would rather have Shion get the ship out of here with whatever repairs we have to do to it.
All right. Now,
Like Vern would never make her do anything like a pure suicide mission.
I feel like this is less of a tell her to suicide mission and more tell her not to.
that was exactly
Yes,
going to
yeah.
be my next statement, was with Vern and potentially Chantrelle giving Shion this input as they see Shion perched on like the fresh hole in the ship. Shion, do you listen now? They don't control you. You have your own life to decide one way or the other.
They are, but Vern is still my boss.
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering how much easier it will be to throw an explosive at this very fast-moving target than actually try to board it, though.
Yeah, I think the thing with the explosive is if you board it, you can plant all of your remaining explosives, thus guaranteeing that you're going to destroy it. Whereas with throwing it, the chance of you hitting it with all of the explosives is probably pretty low, right? You probably have a greater chance of hitting it with an explosive than with your own body, and thus dealing at least some damage. So you can view it like this, I think. Throwing the explosives will probably deal some damage, is less likely to destroy it completely, but you'll also be safer. Whereas jumping yourself, if you succeed, will perhaps produce the greatest effect, because you can thus unload all of your firepower on it, right? But that I think is the trade-off there.
All right. Let's try throwing them. Here's what I want to do. I didn't want to say that this would be a finesse roll, but I'm pretty sure it's a finesse roll. Because I need to be very precise with throwing this thing.
Good old finesse.
I
Nothing
think
beats
throwing something is perhaps the most finesse roll that there is. So, yeah.
I have an ability called Battleborn, in which I can expend my special armor to push myself during a fight.
Ooh.
Which is to say, I can do that instead of taking 2 harm, right?
Or
To
2
get
stress.
another
Yep.
die.
Yep. Yeah, you can.
But I
do
can
that.
also take 2 stress and get a second extra die, right?
Woo!
Damn.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm going to say sure in this moment because that sounds fun. This sounds fun and climactic, so we'll go with that. Does anyone want to help for that extra 3rd die?
I would love to. I think Vern would have the best vantage point and therefore be like, if you arc it like this, and I can right the ship so you have the best
Well,
angle.
I can ride and survey at the same time.
And if it doesn't explode on contact, we can definitely shoot it in the air. That would be cool. I think Vern is trying to point it in the right direction.
Yeah, sounds good. And you can orient the ship a bit. All right, if you take your 2 stress.
I can once per sortie, 2 times per sortie, assist a teammate without paying stress. So I will do
There you
that.
go. You don't need to
Woo!
take 2 stress. Shion, make your finesse roll with a modifier of +3 dice.
Yeah.
What kind of roll is this? Is this desperate? Is this
finesse?
great?
Oh,
How does
I wouldn't call it desperate
Position
because you're
effect.
not. It would have been desperate if you jumped for sure. I think we'll call it risky because you're still pretty exposed. But we will call it a great effect. Or we'll say it's standard effect. But if you get a critical success, it's going down for sure, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Chalice, don't forget to give yourself experience for your desperate roll earlier. If you
I was
didn't
about to say
already.
those who have done desperations.
I was gonna do that at the end.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
You were
Remember what I just said about critical success?
Damn,
Oh my
that's a
God!
satanic success. Holy shit.
All of those ones earlier on were so that we could get these 666 right now.
Oh my god!
All
It's
right.
Number
Sick.
of the
Impressive.
beast.
Yeah.
It's like
You
Iron
open a
Maiden.
portal to hell. Wait, no,
I
we don't
mean-
want that.
For
Hell
for
is
the
what I'm about to
little
do to that
it is.
ship.
Yeah. So I imagine that with a critical success, Vern, from your position, trying to helm the ship and seeing it do these bombing runs, you orient the ship towards where it last went, predicting it'll come back at a specific angle to give Shion the best possible shot. And Shion, you see that glint of light as it starts speeding towards you. You have any flourish you want to put on the throw?
Ooh.
Okay, so I think that instead of just throwing with my hand, what I'm gonna do is I have it wrapped on a chain and I will extend
Ooh.
the chain as far as possible and then let it go. So it becomes like a sling, basically.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Hey, you let it go, and with the incredible finesse of Shion, given the widest possible target by Vern, again, it's still not a very wide target, even with that, the chain and the explosives collide, and then with a
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
with a quick click of the trigger, it quickly turns into a fireball. Like, you don't even get a clear look at the ship at any point, right? You see those two, that blur combine with the chains, and then it turns into a sphere of flame and begins to fall to the ground.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, Vern. I failed your request of not killing anyone.
Okay.
Hey, she was slaying. You said no, but she did it anyway.
Hey!
We will have to banish you from the kingdom, though, for disobeying a Vern order.
But happy Pride.
Okay.
Oh my shield.
Fair enough.
Impressive.
Well, good work, team. Sortie
Oh my
completed.
I can't believe we did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna need
That
to.
one guy is gonna remember this entire thing as a fever dream.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna make a small, because you guys succeed in destroying that ship. I'm gonna say that there's only a little, the little bit of damage from the scraping, and then like the 2 or 3 like bombing runs the smaller ship got on you. We'll call mostly service level because of that successful immolation of it before it was able
Yeah, a
to
little
keep
buff right
it
out.
up. So we'll say that there's a very small clock to finish repairing it to get it to full functionality, but it is still very much usable in its current state.
Yay.
So I'll get that one up shortly.
And the
Oh
my
Iopics
God.
get off scot-free.
Yeah, and the optics, I mean, you guys made enough of a distraction that they were able to get into those warehouses and do their thing with,
Oh, I bet we
Ooh.
did!
yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine all of this like drama stealing of a big old warship and then you go to check on your supplies and they're also just demolished?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure hope no one.
At least we have food and arms. Oh no!
Our munitions. And the birthday cake we were saving for the captain. Now it's a Vern's Day cake.
Yeah.
All right. So I've added. I've added to the long-term projects folder the restore the Atos 2, which is I've started at halfway done to indicate that it's very light damage. But all right, we have a bunch of stuff we do like mechanically before downtime, giving you money, rolling for unrest, all that kind of stuff, and I do want to do it, but we might end up doing it at the start of the next session because I think even though it's skipping ahead, for sake of planning, I would like to know if we are going through with the inviting everyone here plan. If you are, which sounds like yes, right? We're inviting everyone to a big gala.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta do our makeup, put on new outfits, go shopping.
And
Best
honestly, considering what we've just accomplished, I feel like it's a great time.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's
I
like,
feel
oh,
like
they
we
have the
don't
murder
even-
death ship.
We don't even need to offer the place to another nation anymore. We took this so handily.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I guess you could have our scraps.
Yeah. As that was going to
We
be my
have what's
second
left of
question
that
is,
ship.
Vern, are you making that offer for people to take it and keep it still? And if so, are you making it before the gala or at the gala?
Ooh.
Oh, it's such a good idea. But now that, well, how good is the blockade is dissolving, I hope.
The blockade is
succeed in
dissolving
that-
at
in
least
that?
temporarily because
Yeah.
your strike on Los Patalos and taking of the Atos 2, as well as taking out the other airship, has deprived Los Patalos of its major defenses. So the blockade ships probably are going to withdraw either to Nido de Paz or to defend Los Patalos themselves.
Yeah.
So I would say don't expect Los Patalos to go away entirely from this.
Yeah.
Unless you succeed in convincing an ally to take it, right? But for at least the short term, they're going to view their blockade as untenable. Because if they try to keep it, you've already struck at where their resupply point is. That makes all of their other ships vulnerable, right?
Sure.
So, short
Okay.
term, no blockade. Can they put it back later? Yeah, they could put it back later.
Is it worth it to them, though?
But will it be worth it for them? We'll have to find out later, right? Like, that's the...
I think I would maybe announce that at the gala.
Okay, I'm going to put that at...
Because I don't want too many, like, people I don't trust coming in just to get a piece of land. I want people to come who are honestly coming to meet me, you know, even if they have nefarious ideas behind it. I would rather invite all the allies all in one place under, I don't know, not such a bribey way.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
people
No
who show
reason.
up are the ones who deserve the option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And again, apologies for skipping over the falling action, and I do want to have it, but the important second follow-up is who are you inviting?
Yeah. I think I want to invite everyone who sent me letters of introduction.
Okay. So that's the Kingdom
That's
of
the
All Treshus with
Concord.
King Selwyn, the Laurel Concord,
Mhm.
headed by the Makrams, Arhema, headed by the Council of the Five Pillars, now 6 pillars, but that's complicated and we don't need to worry about that.
Uh-oh.
As well as Makota Intan, which is the Red Nation here to the north and east. They have 2 local leaders. They had sent you a missive about the blockade and how if you don't open trade with them soon, and they really like to trade with you, they'll just have to find longer-term partners elsewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we got rid of the blockade.
Yep, and then you got rid of the blockade, at least temporarily. All right. So
Yeah.
2 questions about additional invitees that I would like to ask. One, are we inviting Chantrelle's nation to have a formal presence.
Oh, I would ask Chantrelle that. Does she think that would go well?
Oh, she is totally down to pass it along. I don't know. Chantrelle doesn't know if it'll get to people in a timely manner,
Sure.
but she
I
is
think because of-
absolutely down for having, like,
Yay.
we're about building things together! This is an
Like-
opportunity!
Like this cool ship we built.
Wow.
I'm
You know,
not
it
sure
looks a
how
lot
many
like
other mystery are
looks a lot
interested
like those
in
other
the
guys'
airships.
ships. No, it's our ship. We made this. We have the
Made
best
it.
potters in the land.
All right. I'll put
But yes, you can,
Chantrelle's down as a tentative in that you're intending to invite, but with the full expectation, you don't know that they'll actually want to, or if they'll be able to make it, depending on the timing.
Or get there in time.
Depending on the
Yeah.
timing, and haven't actually talked about all of this with anyone.
Except for
Like-
Amison, who, yeah,
Amison isn't reliable on that front.
yeah, for sure. All right. Last one is someone mentioned, I'm pretty sure as a joke, inviting the occupation or the prince as a power play. I'm assuming we don't want to do that, especially given you just stole a big ship that will likely be hovering around. But if you do,
I did just steal that.
yeah, if you do want to do it, I would like to know in advance because I think that's perhaps the most jarring one. If I have to adapt to that one on the fly.
We keep saying we're gonna do it, but we just don't do it.
Mm,
In my brain, I am thinking he's here because this is a last chance for him. And I'm wondering if we can just say, hey man, it sounds like your head's on the chopping block. I don't know what your mom or whatever will do if you get in trouble one more time. You will be safe with us if you side with us. You'll have the whole rest of the nation to your north to defend you from her. Is that going to hold water? Is she way more powerful than any land we have? Probably, but I've been thinking that could be a good play. So that's the reason I'm like, maybe we do invite him.
Retinue, your opinions?
Can I gather some intel on his relationship with his home power?
His mummy.
I'll give the abridged version. If we want to do proper gather information at the start of the next one, I can put him down as a tentative invitee. But the short version is he's the eldest son. There are other children. He was given a collection of islands, an archipelago, to rule over as a test. He ruled it pretty comfortably for about 5 years. And by comfortably, I mean he was very comfortable partying and enjoying like the produce and the wines and etc.
He's a pretty boy.
And then
Maybe we should invite him.
Then the territory revolted because he was extracting so much of their wealth for himself. And his
Very
mother was very
Caligula.
upset when she had to send in her military to recapture the territory.
I don't
which
know,
is-
guys. He sounds like a loser. We don't need him.
Yeah, probably. It's probably too much of a try hard, honestly.
That's awesome.
A pick me or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the public knowledge, right? Like it's known that this is his last chance, right? It's not a secret, but that's the story of how it got to be.
Yeah, we should invite him. Might do something stupid,
Yeah,
like try and like take
wonder.
us out or something, or I don't know, axe out someone really hot and it's like clearly out of your league.
Mm-hmm. I would like to do a gather information to see how much trouble we would be in if Mummy come in with her army.
Mummy.
Mummy.
Yeah, fair enough. That one I think I'll leave to next
They didn't
time.
invite me to
It
the
sounds like there's
That's
at least
fine.
enough interest that I should plan for the possibility that he gets an invite. So,
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, if the gate crashes. Oh my
good.
god, you imagine.
all right.
Awesome.
Last planning question before we get near the end here is where are you holding it? Are you holding it at Tawam, where this all started, where like Vern, you were raised? You could hold it either in the government sector that you now control and can personalize, You could hold it in Lago Alto, where you grew up, which is very fancy and has the room to host people. Or you could hold it in Tizazat, which has the most room of all.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. We'll say it's a lot more comfortable, and it is a trade city, so it's accustomed to having a large amount of people from various places. Or even theoretically, you could put it in Zujaj Najma, where Chalice is from, which is a very fancy and unique location.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
But it is kind of small, and it is also made of glass. Something throwing stones, glass houses. So
no, they're like good glass builders. They have like sturdy glass, right, Chalice? Shatterproof Chalice, that's what we call them.
I'm torn between hosting it, giving the opportunity for Chalice's aunt to host, or Vern doing it in her home city and the city getting some boons from so much money being spent and rich people showing up and wanting their little crafts or whatever. It might be economically smart to have it in her hometown.
Yeah, and I think it also will show what you consider your base of operations, right?
Yeah.
Where you're going to meet people. So
yeah, my vote is either the hometown or Tizazat, because it's got the accommodations, for lack of a better word.
Think of the economy, like what a boost it will bring.
And it's got pretty glass inset into the stone, but it's not just glass.
And it's also actually the furthest from enemy territory as well. So that has
that too.
Another benefit.
Yeah.
All right. So we hear Tawam or Tizazat from Chantrelle. I heard Tawam or Zujaj Najma from Vern. Chalice, any opinions?
I mean, I'm partial to my own hometown, but I think it makes sense if Vern wants to do it in hers.
Fair enough. Tawam or Zujaj Najma. Merlin, you got an opinion?
I was thinking Tizazat. I'm down for whatever.
Okay. And I assume Shion has no particular opinion about where a party should be held. But if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me.
You're not wrong. I'm too busy still reeling from, wait a minute, that actually worked.
Right?
Yeah.
Really well.
All right. Well,
You're like, did I just peek?
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are sort of split on where you'd want to host it, which that one I think is the
Unfortunately, I'm
easiest
very
one for me to
split.
pivot because all of these already have art. So if you're really not sure, I'll just put unsure where
We can
where-
decide.
I'll let you
later.
know before the end of the
Let's
week.
put it
if-
on the
if
ship
it's
we
up to
got.
me.
Oh wait,
Yep.
Vern, should you christen our new ship?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could be a fun thing. Yeah, we can discuss in the channel before the next week then if that sounds good. And then in that case, that's all the questions I had to enable me to plan. Thank you for that little detour. Let's wind back. You're now on the Atos 2, which I assume you're going to rechristen, as Merlin said, at some point in the future. But you guys are now like probably somewhere around, maybe you're sailing over Leporidos territory, right? Waving at them from the holes in the ship as you go by, right? But do you guys have any...
Actually, hold on.
Yeah?
Not to derail it, but this has a pretty good surveillance system around itself, right? Because with the eyes. on the ship.
Again, those eyes are actually not eyes. Those are the cannon.
The pivoting
Okay, so
cannon.
it's not, it doesn't give us like a surveying bonus or anything.
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, so as you guys are flying back, any conversations between the team as you make your way back? Hold on.
I'm gonna say Merlin is finally got the last arrow out of his body, and he goes to Chalice. Goes, I'm always proud of you, son. I'm sorry, is this too far?
I don't think Chalice is particularly well receiving things that Merlin is saying right now. So
All right.
he is just going to nod and then leave.
I hand Chalice 2 little ginger pills. Take some of that. It'll help.
Thanks. He will take them. Leave.
All right. Anyone else have anything they want to discuss? Anyone up at the bridge area, or do either of the people from the engine room go up to the bridge?
I go up to bridge.
All right.
After things have settled down some, and possibly just on their way out, Chalice will congratulate everyone on surviving and getting this thing. Just like, we did it!
Yay! Wonder what Chantrelle thinks though.
Hmm?
You said Chalice.
You said Chalice.
God frickin'. I was thinking of you, Chalice.
Two Chas. It's okay.
Chalice
It's
did
understandable.
so well today.
I think
We're
we
all
all knew
thinking
who
of
you
each
meant,
other.
though. I think we all knew who you meant. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone up on the bridge celebrate even a little bit with Chantrelle?
Vern is hardying. I think she would try to pull Shion into a hug and be like, "That was incredible. You're amazing.
That's the coolest shit ever.
That was the
Yeah,
coolest
it
thing
was-
I've ever seen."
I mean,
Just gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get a little.
I'm not gonna
blush.
stop you, but
she's right.
There's no way Chalice is gonna be on the bridge.
No.
The bridge?
true.
No
The
way.
windows?
Bridge.
No.
That's the most perilous part of a ship.
And there's
It's
also,
also the
we've
most perilous
established a
part
hole
of
was
a
blown
path.
in it, so it's open air bridge at the moment.
Sure is.
He is staying far away from that. I think out of
Merlin-
everybody, like
Merlin-
he's like he is not celebrating. He is still like very upset that he was put into this situation at all. So he is just
Poor
like
child.
kind of by himself
Oh.
at this point.
No. Well, Merlin's gonna go by the hull of the ship and light up.
Off the engines.
Considering what happened with Chalice and the engines, I don't blame him.
Yeah. All right. I think then, in that case, we end on the shot of the group hug at the bridge as you're flying northward, and we end there for tonight. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll pick up
Downtime
next time with all
next
the post-sortie stuff, and then get into the gala.
Yeah.
The gala.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll go into our closeout goodbyes and anything you got to plug. Starting with, we'll start with Katie over here. Katie, got anything that you want to talk about upcoming?
No.
All right. Nothing from Katie.
Nothing, yeah.
All right. What about you, Nova?
Mina the Hollower tomorrow. With
Woo!
with who knows who.
Either Nova or special guest from last time. We'll find out.
Yeah. I saw you had a go live notification last week, but you didn't show up. What's about that?
Yeah, something got into my computer, I think.
Hmm.
Like a bug.
Like a
Maybe
bug.
something like that.
Yeah, mhm,
Let me
mhm.
out. I need
Might
to
wanna
bring
look
in
into that.
Miffy.
Yeah, I mean, this library is very porous. A lot of critters do get in, unfortunately.
That's how I got in.
Ah!
I mean, I guess if you think about it, that's also how Nova got in from the fallen.
Yeah, I crashed from the top, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was trying to find just some stuff at the back of my couch and ended up here.
Yeah, that also happens to people. Amasha, do you got anything that you want to plug as we close out?
Tomorrow morning / early afternoon, continuing Transistor because I am kind of slow, but it's been a lot of fun.
Such a neat, stylish.
Right?
time.
It's so
Catch
pretty.
that.
Like audibly, visually, and just like the style of the UI, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Hambone? Got anything?
I'm not streaming to I will be streaming on Saturday. That's for Olympia, which, if you don't know, is the yearly VTuber get together and competition. You can find it streaming on Olympia. I will be partaking in Olympia on Saturday for some Deadlock
Woo!
Oh.
and playing that. So check it on there. I believe it's We double check the times. It should be like 3 or 4 PST. Check it out there. Suffice to say, since I am also dog sitting, I have to, take time out of my day to actually find a stream. So they'll be slow until I'm done with my prior commitments.
Understandable. And last but not least, Lena, all the way down at the end, do you have anything upcoming that you would like to talk about?
Not particularly. Just, gonna continue drawing and stuff.
Yeah. And as always, all of the ats are in the channel, or in the title of the stream below. I've been very good about remembering that this campaign, I think. As opposed to last time where I remembered every other session, I think. But, alright. That's it for us here tonight at the Liminal Branch Library. Nova, do you have a raid suggestion, or shall I just grab one?
Let me check on Comet today. Let's see if she's still streaming or plans to stream. Yeah, she's in the middle of a battle, so we can go to her.
All right, sounds good. We'll head over to Comet, who is playing Silk Song. I believe I saw Act 3 earlier. So if you're at this day and age and still avoiding Silk Song spoilers, get ready to avoid them. Otherwise, say hello if you can. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We hope you've enjoyed your time here at the Liminal Branch Library. Goodbye and good night.
Good bone to you.
Mm-hmm.